Good evening, Speed Gaming 4, and welcome to this somewhat surprise presentation of the Super Metroid 2024 Hardway to Hell tournament. On the left side of your screen, we have Bokyubi. On the right side of your screen is EXAKTScience. My name is JXB Adam, and I am joined both on tracking and commentary by Kai Zinton. Kai Zinton, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing good. This is the second race that we've seen today. The earlier race went by in 2.5 hours, so feels like I've hardly left this channel.
Only 2.5 hours? That doesn't sound like the marathons these races are supposed to be.
Better than 7.5.
Easily. And I hope we don't have that tonight. I certainly want to see a good race. I want our racers to both have fun and be challenged, but I don't want it to be a challenge of, whose voice can last the longest.
Well, I know that Exact has an RBO time of around 140 to 135, so should be doing good.
Oh, well, that's actually really good. RBO experience certainly comes in clutch when it comes to doing suitless lower Norfair or Varia-less lower Norfair. Though in these settings, you aren't guaranteed the E-tanks that you are in RBO.
Ah, yes, the old favorite of you check behind Ridley and you find a missile pack.
What?
The
You
missile
think
pack
there's
is
going to be an
actually pretty
item behind
rare.
Ridley? Bold prediction.
I don't think I've seen nothing behind Ridley yet. But,
That's right. There is no screw attack. There is no plasma, but there are two runners off and going on the surface of planet Zebes. So where's our morph ball going to be? Is it going to be on the pedestal, in the ceiling, or do we get to re-roll the seed? Because, uh-oh, it's broken.
I'm hoping for Morph Ball at Old Mother Brain.
Morph ball at Old Mother Brain. That is actually possible because you could start with the speed booster and have to come up here and perform some speed shenanigans to get that morph ball.
That would be pretty rude to our racers, but I've seen it happen.
Well, rude to the racers is often entertaining for chat, and we've got super missiles on the morph pedestal.
And of course, you always have that muscle memory to leave through the morph tunnel, and then you make yourself, wait, that's not happening today.
Well, you could try, but without acquiring the morph ball, you can't ball up. And there is the morph ball
There
in
it
the
is.
ceiling, so all the shenanigans we were talking about are just not happening yet. So anyway, there's a speed booster back there.
Oh, so we might actually have that required Old Mother Brain still.
Entirely possible. That could be our logical power bombs. Question in chat. What about a 4-hour seed? I'll see your 4-hour seed and ask for this seed to be 2.5 hours or less.
Zack is going to spark through the pirates. Bold move, since I think this spark will miss the pirate that's above the door. So Exact will actually have to cross the room an extra time.
Oh, tried to do an upshot before sparking. A bold play, very tight on the timing though.
Setting up for that Old Mother Brain. So she's going to do the short charge through this way to break the wall. Having that wall broken makes the other way much easier.
Yeah, it makes the other way, I think, a 1 or 2 tap instead of the insanity, but we didn't quite get the blue keep to break the blocks.
Yeah. So it looks like Exact is trying for the method where you just tap down on the correct frame and you have the echoes and the stored spark. You can also do the method where you stop on the edge, and you stop on the edge with angle, and then you do a very careful jump to land in the pit and break all the blocks with temporary blue.
It looks like both of our runners are going for this old mother brain. Exact almost got it that time.
Yeah, whenever I get the stored spark like that, I like to spin jump out and then just spark back through the door, break the wall. It's interesting that they're both hard committing to this instead of going to check the open spots. This can be a pretty long check if you don't get it in the first couple tries.
Oh,
Exact
there's
going for the
something good out
tempo
of
this time.
Exact. Just gotta get this jump to drop. Oh.
Yeah, the tempo is pretty difficult too.
And we've got a dichotomy in chat from the same person. You know, I explicitly hope for a sub 2 hour seed for the runner's sakes, but quietly I'm just dreaming I can spend my entire evening watching this. Well, if your entire evening is watching both runners try to get Old Mother Brain, boy, do I have good news for you. And Kaizen, I agree with you. I could see trying this a few times, or if you've practiced it a whole bunch, so that it's just maybe race nerves getting you here.
Yeah, I tried a few times and then stop after like 5 or 6. I definitely stop around the 5-minute mark and go clear everything else first.
Yeah, we're seeing the temp blue attempts or tries, and there we go. Exact sparking halfway up the climb. Not quite enough energy to get up there. Only having 99. I don't know if I would have even done that spark. I don't know if the energy cost is worth the time save.
Yeah, I don't think that spark was much of a save either, but
Yeah, that might have been a spark of frustration more than anything else.
yeah. Luckily, these pirates don't hit too hard, so there wasn't a risk of suddenly dying there.
So the only way this goes bad for Exact is if there's a required item down here under Old Mother Brain.
Well, that would also require Bokyubi to be better at getting it. That was close.
Oh, and BT is a nothing burger tonight, so no BT fight. Unless, I think if we enter that room with morph bombs, aren't we still stuck with a BT fight, or does Varia Tweaks
No.
take that away?
Yeah, with Varia Tweaks, we'll take that away. So, if he has no item and Varia Tweaks are applied, then you have no BT fight ever. Unless he's an objective. If somebody rolls the seed with the kill BT objective, then you can fight him.
So, we've got a question in chat for how difficult this is to do. I believe if you don't break the blocks, it's a crazy 3-tap, or a 2-tap through the door, which again, very difficult. And then this blue keep is difficult because it only lasts a little bit. Kaizen, maybe you can give a little more.
For a while, but you have to do certain movements to keep the blue. It's a 2-tap through the door, the first way to break the wall. And then if you do another really good 2-tap, you have like one correct frame to store the spark and have echoes into the hole.
And that was another really close attempt by Bokyubi, but no dice.
There's some people that swear by the blue keep method. I've never gotten the blue keep method myself, and
That's okay. I can't remember the last time I did a Shine Spark, so I think we're on different levels here.
See, the problem with the blue keep is if you're not holding right or one of the angles or some certain inputs that keep the blue echoes, you'll lose it and you'll stop breaking the blocks.
Okay, we've got Exact going down into green Brinstar. Bokyubi is hard committed to this trick. So far, 2 E-tanks at Bryn Reserve, one item that we have yet to see, and then the item behind the wall that we can't check without some kind of explosives. And that item we didn't see was good for good reason. There was nothing there.
So the other fun thing that this could be is it could be a required Sporespawn seed. You could place the first bombs at the Sporespawn super missile location. Because you have supers and you have Morph Ball.
This is true. Are you able to break the blocks with properly timed speed echoes or no?
You could do a really good speedball to break those blocks. And you could also speedball to get out. Ah, Bokyubi has it.
Only supers, so
Only supers,
not really
so
great.
Exact was correct to abandon it.
I don't think that's going to
You
work.
have to be really good to get the speedball out. What I was saying when I said required Sporespawn was fight Sporespawn to get to the item.
Yes.
The other fun thing you can do is you can go all the way down to Norfair and you can go fight Croc. And you can do a short charge in the Indiana Jones room to collect the item up there.
So, I don't know if you're familiar with it, but there was a tournament race recently, and by recently I mean within the last 2 years, that they nicknamed the Incident at Croc.
Was that one with White Mage Becky doing a short charge there to get first power bombs?
I think so, actually.
I think I saw that. But there have been a lot of incidents at Croc over the last couple of years. I'm kind of worried about Exact doing this without taking a save.
Yeah, it's either it's not necessarily a soft lock. I believe you can speedball out, but that's a crazy speedball to get because you have to get the super missile and get the speedball at the same time or during the same motion. We do have a question in
extremely difficult.
So we have a question in chat from Stratlog. Can you get this with a keep? Wouldn't it have to be a Yahtzee? I believe it's possible to get with a keep. It's also possible to get with a Yahtzee. I think it might be a little easier to Yahtzee this.
I think it has to be a Yahtzee.
And then another
question. It might be possible with Spring Ball with the blue keep, but I'd expect it has to be Yahtzee.
Yeah, and Exact doing just what I would expect to do, and that is give up on it after a certain amount of time. We do have another question in chat. Who is being the more Samus of the two Samuses? And the answer to that is yes.
Well, they're both using the default Samus sprite, so I'd rate them both equally Samus.
Exactly. Neen is saying in chat that you'd need to use Spring Ball to get it, and I will defer to Neen and of course yourself, Kaizen, because both of you know way more about this game than I'm ever going to.
All I know is all the weird blue keep strats that I see in the Map Rando Discord use Spring Ball to carry it to a second block whenever there's a second block to get to. So. Bokyubi is going back for that second E-tank.
So we do have another question in chat. What the heck is a Yahtzee? So a Yahtzee was coined by another commentator, the Hockey Towner, and was coined specifically for doing the speed out of Botwoon into Botwoon's hallway, jumping up, morphing, and rolling into the tunnel with the E-tank. That was called a Yahtzee. And so by proxy, any place where you do a morph into a tunnel off of speed, we call that a Yahtzee.
Zach is going into Kraid's lair. I'm not sure what she's planning to do there, but she went into Kraid's lair and immediately turned around
Recognizing
and
the
left.
lack of explosives and immediately leaving. Oh, another going to have to Google. So, Yahtzee as a game is a dice game.
Oh, Bokyubi doesn't know about the shot block that prevents that soft lock, so Bokyubi actually reset out of that tank.
Oops.
Because he didn't realize the shot block was there to get him out.
But did have the save. Apparently, other than I guess it's just this one thing. Oh no. We're gonna try to jump back out, I think. I got it the second time. That's not too terrible.
That was actually his third try. He did get it and get out.
I meant second try. There we go. This is what happens. I see like things partly done on one screen, then I pay attention to another screen, and all of a sudden they've made extra attempts that I wasn't paying attention to. But either way, still good to get it relatively quick.
Yeah, the nice thing about this is I don't have to track any items for them.
Yeah, we see a reserve tank at Croc Escape. That might be important.
So another fun way to break logic for Bokyubi here is to go up to landing site and use these two tanks to spark through the first half of Gauntlet. So you can actually get to the middle item in Gauntlet with just Speed Booster and two tanks. And if it's power bombs, you're home free. If it's not power bombs, you reset back to your ship.
Could be morph ball bombs too, right?
Yeah. You know, you take a save, take the risk, see how it goes.
Looks like Bokyubi might be doing that.
Zach held dash through the door into the ice room, and so didn't quite get the jump up into the morph tunnel.
Did get the disappointment of no item at Ice Beam though.
Yep. So resets out, get the energy back for the hell run to Croc. So you open the door exactly like you did, and then you go down, you refill, and you spark up again.
And we do have Exact going through Frog Speedway to Bubble Mountain. The item in Bubble Mountain is a nothing. And Bokyubi just missed triggering that spark. But the ship is right here, so we can refill and try again. And we do have Exact doing a little bit of farming after opening the gate, the blue gate to head to Croc.
Yeah, as long as you leave that farm room with about 30 energy, you can get down to the Nutella refill. Oh, Bokyubi is trying to get some more horizontal distance before sparking. Doesn't really need to do that, though. The 200 energy is enough to reach the middle item.
All right. Exact is going to invade Croc's lair, and unfortunately for Croc, an acid bath is incoming. And what does the back of Gauntlet have for us?
Nothing in the middle. We don't know the back. But
Not the
there's
back. I
nothing
meant
in the middle.
the front item of Gauntlet. Obviously, I need to drink more coffee.
It looks like Exact has probably made the correct play of coming down to Croc. Bokyubi will find nothing at Mode because those are powerbomb doors.
Yeah, I'm not sure what we're looking for here because that's a powerbomb door, and if we go down, it'll be a powerbomb door.
It's possible for first bombs to be at Alpha Power Bombs, but you'd have to come up from below. Risky checked, but nicely done to get all the way over here without landing the acid.
Was a good spark and rewarded with an E-tank.
Well, it wasn't actually a spark, it was a very good speedy jump. So speed gives you all that extra horizontal momentum. Carry that through all the way to wall jump off the wall. Looks like Exact is going to spark up to the Croc PB's item. Or just do a speed jump. Or... oh, the deboost off the Ripper, okay. Some people will deboost off the red gamuts, some people will deboost off the Ripper. I've only learned the one off the gamuts that come up from below. You have to jump off the platform a couple of times to lure them up.
Yep, and it does look like Exact gets that deboost off the Ripper and rewarded with some missiles. As for me, I need high jump boots, otherwise I'm just not getting that. Or potentially grapple beam. I could grapple that Ripper. That one's not as difficult as Indiana Jones.
Yeah, if you have high jump boots and nothing else, you can just run and jump off the little platform to get up there.
All right, what will we find at the grapple location? Disappointment.
Killing the mellows to set up for the very, very short charge. Get the Indiana Jones item.
Nicely done. Will there be a reward? Yes, some supers.
Well, supers are nice to have, but they're not bombs. This is actually enough energy that you could go grab that reserve at Croc Escape. And then you could start looking at the Cathedral Hell run on 4 tanks.
Are you able to get the item out of Cathedral on 4 tanks? Because otherwise you could just use Frog Speedway, right?
Well, here's the thing. The Cathedral Hell run gets you to the top of Bubble Mountain.
Oh, that's
Frog
true.
Speedway
The
gets you
Frog
to the
Speedway, you
bottom.
can't do anything because you have to have power bombs to break those blocks. Look, chat, I'm sort of learning.
Bokyubi is going up to check Alpha Power Bombs.
That is beginning to look more and more like the potential progression. It's always mean when the seed gives you just the intended progression, like dev intended locations for progression.
Ooh, that's too far left on the spark. And too far right, I think.
Okay, is Alpha Power Bombs the answer? We will find out in a moment, after Bokyubi is done in the Vile Plumes.
Found out that Old Mother Brain was a super missile pack. Bokyubi got it, Exact did not.
And alpha power bombs is not the answer. So Croc is not the answer. Alpha power bombs is not the answer.
Let's see a backdoor to Crumble Shaft. It's kind of dangerous on this energy, but could just barely do the backdoor if you nail it right. Problem is you have to charge the spark and then spin jump up without touching dash, because if you touch dash, you'll get a shorter jump. It is entirely possible that they're supposed to do Sporespawn, and that they will not find power bombs anywhere else until they do Sporespawn.
I think we're almost out of locations, actually, aren't we, Kaizen?
Well, I think we could do the Croc Escape Reserve Tank, and then the Cathedral Hall run, and then all of the Bubble Mountain checks, and probably the actual Cathedral item of the 3+2 tanks.
That's true. If we have 5 tanks, that, I believe, puts the Cathedral item into logic.
Yeah. So, and there was a practice seed the other day that, well, there was a seed that I saw the other day that had a 5 tank Cathedral item, so.
Yeah, I actually did see. Oh,
Alright.
interesting.
Got the spark. Now you have to get up there fast enough to stay alive. Sparking up to the top of Crumble Shaft is kind of dangerous, especially if you bonk.
Should pause and do your reserves manually. And that looks like that might be our answer, but we're not getting out.
What's an answer? I think that's out of logic. I'd have to double check.
Well, you know what we call logic, right?
It's just a suggestion.
Exactly. So Exact will most likely give this another go. She probably does want these power bombs. Diaceler.
Yeah. So one way you can save energy on this, I don't know if it works without high jump, but you can actually get a good tap, get a good, you can do a speedball through the door, where you jump through the Croc door and you mock ball all the way up the speedway.
Another bonk, so we're going to reset and try again.
I know that it works with high jump. Never tried it without high jump, and it's extremely difficult to do the speedball up, but it gets you up there with much less energy spent than doing the spark and running.
Greetings, Derek Sharna. Hi, what did I miss? Just the start of the seed. Right now we're on a power bomb or explosives hunt. We have found power bombs at the back of Crumble Shaft, but it's a difficult trick to get to it. Exact is working on that currently.
Logic probably expects you to grab that reserve at Croc Escape before coming here.
Okay, we got the angle spark. Now, can we... Oh, that's not good. And Crumble Shaft 3, Exact 0. But I have faith. Exact can do this.
Got those power bombs twice so far, so Just a
Well,
matter
we've
of
collected them
working on getting
twice.
out.
The third time is the charm. Or so I've been told. Strutlog, do we believe, chat? I don't know, chat. Do we believe? I think we should believe, chat.
Great thing about these hard tricks is you can actually watch the player improve their technique every time. See little bits of refinement in each stage. Okay, they didn't miss that part here. This part was a little bit smoother.
And this time we're gonna drain our reserve first. That's a good move. Just got to get the jumps off the chrome. Uh-oh, never mind. It's okay, chat. That was a mulligan. But we do see Exact improving. Previously, there was an issue. She was having an issue with bonking at the bottom of Crumble Shaft, and Bokyubi, excuse me, taking a death trying to check the ice beam location.
This time with feelings, I think all of the other times have also been with feelings. It's just feelings get a little bit stronger every time.
All right, pausing, manually emptying the reserve tanks. What do we got? Well, we know we got power bombs. No!
Betrayed by the aim down. Apparently aiming down out of that spark is the wrong thing to do.
Yeah, Bakyu has reverted quite a bit of progress, actually.
I think the first time Exact didn't aim down, but the times that she's done the spark up, she's been aiming down after the spark, and then the aiming down is causing the shot to miss. So, my guess is that the shot spawn point when you aim down, it just happens to be a little bit below the block.
All right, we've gotten the spark 3 times in a row. Has it been 3, 4? Uh-oh, never mind. I cursed it. My fault. This one's on me, chat. Question in chat. The top of Crumble Shaft is not heated, right? That is correct. Once we get through the door out of Crumble Shaft at the top right, that will be the ice escape area, which is not heated.
Yeah, except there's door guards there. There's a couple of friendly hoppers sitting right next to the door, ready to hop on over and say hello. That's the whole 80 damage if you get hit, so you're not safe once you go through the door.
Spark up, then go in the door. You'd have to spark up, go in the door, farm, and then you could go across from that side. You could even spark across maybe, but I'm not certain that's much better.
You might be able to get a bit more energy that way. 20 missiles, 25 supers. Yeah, you could a missile and super all the enemies and come out positive on energy. So it's not a terrible idea. Probably get you at least 20 more energy to work with.
Uh-oh.
Turned around a bit too soon. So she's been optimizing exactly when she turns around after running across those crumbles.
Yep.
That's what happens when you optimize.
In sometimes you get it too optimal and it's just no longer optimal because you fall through. In Crumble Shaft, jumping off the crumbles, how many frames do you have to hit that jump?
I believe it's 6 frames. You can sort of buffer it just before you hit. People have told me it's 6 frames. I don't really believe them.
Oops, that dip in the acid. I think we're going to take a reset and then try again. Looks like Bokyubi is going to head down and give Croc a bath.
Yes, this version has the fast reset where you just hit LR start select to reload your save. Zect apparently is not using that. Some people have been using it in the tournament, some people haven't.
Also possible that Exact doesn't know about that. And I say that from my perspective of not knowing about it, not from Exact's. I'm sure Exact does.
Oh yeah. I only know about it because I was lucky enough to read the notes when they released the new version. And I saw a couple of other people use it. Map Random uses it.
No one told me there would be reading.
It's the best way to get an advantage in these randomizers. You read all the dev notes and note the logic that nobody else realizes is there. And then you can use that when you know how to do it and nobody else does.
That doesn't last very long, but absolutely, you're right. The first release logic changes if you don't know. Watch out, Croc. The blocks. Oh, Croc. This is probably the most horrifying death in all of video gaming.
Kind of disappointed we never got that Sporespawn fight. Could have seen the green monster, fought him, seen what was behind Sporespawn.
Well, that's an interesting glitch that Bokyubi has going on.
Yeah, that
Graphical
is
glitch.
weird. I've only seen that happen at the edge of the screen, so I think it's something weird with your echoes in the edge of the screen somehow. I don't know.
Yeah, probably with Croc because you get because of the camera lock. I think you can that's probably what happened.
Stroutlog should be able to explain it. The Bokyubi is actually doing the Gamut deboost across to the Croc PV's item. It went up a little bit too fast and despawned them.
Yep. Oh, and then missed the jump. That's unfortunate. And Exact takes another death, unfortunately. So, Kaizen, did we determine if the back of Crumble Shaft was in logic this way?
No, I haven't been bothering to look it up. So it's still a maybe in my head.
I mean, I
think
could
it's in
just
logic
see...
because we're vanilla map, but I'm not 100% sure. Like, I could see it requiring power bombs to reach that item from either direction.
Yeah, I do wonder if it's going to be the case that there's power bombs at the back of Crumble Shaft that are gettable out of logic here, if it is out of logic, and then our actual progression power bombs are sitting behind Sporespawn.
Yeah,
or in
that
Bubble
is
Mountain.
entirely possible.
Or Cathedral, right?
Or Cathedral, yes.
Looks like Exact's taking a little pause to collect herself. Not terrible if you've been missing a strat, just to get up, stretch the legs, take a couple of seconds, 15 seconds, 30 seconds. That's probably not going to cost you the race. I think everyone here just wants to see Sporespawn. Uh-oh, what happened to Exact?
I was looking away from him, so I didn't see.
I just see blue screen, and Windows has me traumatized whenever I see blue screens.
Well, hopefully Exact figures out whatever it is and comes back. We've been seeing a bit of blue every time Exact resets. So.
No, the blue is definitely no input signal strat log. I was just kind of making a Windows joke. Some people take blue screens of death more seriously than others. Or in that matter, Windows. But now I'm getting into holy wars. And we do see that Exact stream is still up by the fact that the timer is still running. Could also be taking a moment and looking up strats on the fly, something I have seen in this tournament.
Yeah. Consulting the practice hack or whatever is perfectly allowed in this. So.
Barman ATL swap sound. Absolutely, we can swap sound. I just have to have my controls up to do it. Hey, Gale guy, that's right. We're balanced here today with the left side having no timer but gameplay, and the right side having a timer and currently no gameplay. But I'm sure Exact will be back shortly. Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna, you take that back.
Ah. Yes, this is in logic. Okay, so I pulled up the Randomizer and placed items on an example seed. So the Randomizer shows that this is in fact in logic to go up Crumble Shaft this way.
And it does sound like our sound is a little bit desynced. Not sure who I would bother to fix that. But I do know where to ping people, so that's what I'm doing. And I didn't even notice that Jestro had said something, or I wouldn't have bothered pinging, because Jestro's here. And Jestro is the GOAT, not only of Super Metroid tracking, but also now a helper for SpeedGaming, which is amazing. Thanks, Jestro. And we got Bokyubi, who's probably going to be attempting the same thing we just saw out of EXAKTScience. Maybe, maybe not. Might actually take all of this energy and go check Bubble Mountain items.
Bubble Mountain is also in logic to get there through Cathedral. And that reserve tank that we saw at Croc Escape is also in logic.
Not sure why Bokyubi is doing this particular, like storing the spark here. Won't have enough energy to make it.
Yeah,
I mean, not even
close. He doesn't know that yet.
Should know it now.
Yeah, now he realizes. Oh, and he lost a reserve that he picked up. So I have to get that back before he tries again.
Forgot to save out of picking up the cosine item, or has reserve off here, maybe? I didn't see him pause and turn it off at any point, though.
Needs to pick it back up.
Yes, missing. You don't want to leave any energy laying around in these seeds. Ooh, Neen making a point in chat. Hopefully Exact did not suffer video capture failure without realizing it.
Yeah. And of course, our runners have emote only on, so there's no way to contact them.
I mean, we can probably Neen, go for it. I was thinking we could probably craft an emoji message, but I don't know if that would work.
Yeah, you're not supposed to use specially crafted emoji messages to tell them anything anyway, so...
That's true.
If Rusty was here, I could bug Rusty and have Rusty take care of it.
Yeah, that would probably be a better approach anyway. Alright, Bokyubi has taken a death, resetting back, and where are we going now, Bokyubi? Question from chat, is there a process for letting runners know if their stream is having issues? Yeah, that's what Kaizenton was talking about, was getting a hold of one of the tournament admins to say something. Because otherwise it might be considered a violation, and we don't want to accidentally get someone disqualified. Let's see. Yes, Exacta is in Bluridia. This is the way underwater portion of Meridia. Question in chat: can anyone commentary explain what is wrong or up with this seed? So the big thing that the runners are missing right now is explosives. They don't have power bombs. They don't have morph ball bombs, and so a fair chunk of Zebus is not accessible. We have seen 5 energy tanks, well, 3 energy tanks and 2 reserve tanks, which gives us enough energy to get all of the Bubble Mountain items. Though I don't think you can get the Cathedral item here unless it's exactly an E-tank for a refill.
The 5 tanks is enough to put the Cathedral in logic.
It is, but I meant Bokyubi only has the 3 tanks right now, and just gets to see that it's a missile.
And they will not be getting screw attack, so no help for them there is drop log.
Yep, and in these settings, no screw attack, no plasma. And so far, the only power bombs we've seen have been at the back of Crumble Shaft, which is not an easy thing to get to from Croc. Though, if we did go to the Croc Escape item, which is a reserve tank, and pick that up, I believe that would then be doable in a much easier fashion.
Yeah, having one more reserve would be much better, but it will be much more difficult to get that reserve because it's a very tight short charge to get that reserve.
Oh, that's true. I forgot that you have to spark across that. Otherwise, it's just not going to work. But we have seen both of these runners pull off some pretty tight short charges. And Exact is back. And way back.
Did she lose everything?
I'm not sure. I saw a save at Crocomire, which was the one she was using. I think that was her most recent save outside of Crocomire. I'm not sure why she reset this far back. Because you could just leave Crocomire and go back up, couldn't you?
Yeah, you could just leave Crocomire and go up. And Exact did not see the Alpha PB's location yet. So if Exact had decided that there was nothing down in Norfair and wanted to go somewhere else, going up through Red Tower and checking out the PBs would be the way to go.
Yeah, also a possibility that we're going to go kill Sporespawn right now.
Yeah, fighting Sporespawn is a good plan. This is definitely not Moondance required because we have seen power bombs that are accessible in logic without bombs.
Is there ever a Moondance required seed, Kaizenton?
Yes. We actually... we didn't actually have a real Moondance required seed last year, but I have rolled them myself. We had a fake Moondance required seed last year where Glove did a Moondance and got some power bombs out of it, but it turned out there were power bombs accessible elsewhere.
Honestly, just saying Moondance this many times makes my hands hurt.
Yeah, I can see that.
Also, without morph bombs, you can't set up for a Moondance, can you?
Yeah, I don't think it's possible to set up for Moondance without morph bombs. I don't think it's even task possible to create the proper arrangement of blocks.
Well, for everyone in chat who is curious about what Spo is holding, we appear to be about to find out. So feel free to put in chat your guesses as to what Sporespawn might be holding. Will it be the power bombs? Will it be morph ball bombs? Will it be a super missile, a missile, an E-tank, a reserve tank, or just a big fat empty spot on a Chozo statue?
Going into Sporespawn with only supers is a choice. I believe supers are either a 0 or extremely rare drop from these spores, so you only need 4 of the supers to hit. But if you miss 4 times, you're going to be in for a bad day.
You mean, or if you just have the little spores eat your supers, like that first one.
Yeah, so one of the things you want to do is shoot the spores while it's moving around, so they just leave drops. They don't respawn until the drop disappears. Meanwhile, it looks like Bokyubi is banging against that cathedral tower on 3 tanks. Really?
If only there were some reserve tanks that we had seen that we could pick up.
Yeah. Bokyubi could go back to Croc and pick up that reserve tank that he lost. Alright, what's our DLC item?
I was gonna say, I think this, didn't you just say the spores are like a 1% drop of supers or something crazy?
It's either extremely low or 0. I'm not sure which.
Chat saying 0.
Sorry, no moonfall down the shaft.
Oh, we got the slow fall. It's power bomb. Where's the super into the statue? Oh, I'm so sad. That's where the rage usually comes out. So for all the people who were suggesting Sporespawn, my co-com included, congratulations, a winner is you.
This is why, when you're playing these dumb settings, don't be afraid of the dumb checks. You know, you take the save that's right nearby, you do the dumb thing, and if it pays off, you win. Especially if your opponent did not.
Question from chat, what do you win? You win internet points that are usable absolutely nowhere, and you can thank OK Beamer for that. We're gonna go check Waterway. This is a potential.
Yeah. Got enough power bombs and speed to get back to the left side, refill power bombs, so not a big cost to checking Waterway.
Question in chat, they're not usable because of Beamer. I'm pretty sure that's what Beamer says, that you win internet points that are usable absolutely nowhere. But I could be misremembering. It could be a different commentator who says that. That's the danger of watching, 4 to 8 hours. And by watching, I mean listening to 4 to 8 hours of races every day.
I think Beamer actually used up all of his internet points betting on the wrong suit in the last race, so... Oh, EXAKT is going for the clip out of this instead of spending another powerbomb. So what you do is you jump into that little 2-tile gap aiming down. You maneuver to get into the clip pose by jumping again and tapping down and left. Then you're clipped into the floor a little bit and you can jump a second time and just jump through the 1-tile ceiling.
Yeah, this run that Bokyubi is doing right now would be a lot easier if he were to remember the reserve tank at Cosine Room.
Or just not do the hell run and go fight Sporespawn.
Well, we're not all going to do the sensible thing. That's crazy talk. Though, to be fair, you kind of get it in your mind that Sporespawn is just a dead check and you should never, ever do it. And then you don't really think about it when you're racing, I believe.
Yeah. That's why it's important to play a large variety of settings. Don't always play the exact same randomizer every time. Play a different thing each time, be forced to do different things and learn new things.
Question in chat, is this extreme settings? Maybe. I would consider them extreme, but I don't know the actual name of the preset.
This is Varia's master preset, which is, I'd consider it slightly below Map Rando's extreme settings. So no bootless Meridia. We'll always have high jump boost for the stuff from Meridia, whereas I think Map Rando's extreme could have you do bootless Meridia. And I think the Hell Run requirements are a little bit looser in this too. And you have more energy available.
Did find some supers at the wave gate. There is another question in chat. Is there a tech that causes you to gain extra speed after dropping a power bomb? I don't believe so.
Yeah, I didn't see what Agilus is talking about, so.
Agilus, what was Exact trying to do? Where was that at? We can maybe help. Yeah, that power bomb was just to open a bunch of things by using a single power bomb instead of two. And nothing in the back of Bryn Reserve.
Atacoons will provide a PB refill, so not a huge loss there. Didn't quite get the mock ball back.
It was a good attempt. Hey, Raph, what's going on? Welcome in. Looks like Bokyubi's going back down for that reserve tank, and we do have Exact down in Eticoons. Hey, look, more power bombs that were power bomb locked.
So Exact can actually full clear every criteria and every wrecked ship item. I expect we'll see Exact full clear all of that before returning to Norfair. Because the only reason to do a delayed wreck ship is if you don't have speed booster. And of course, now that we've gotten our first pack of power bombs, we're just getting them left and right. Somebody in chat asking if Exact can skip the things she doesn't need. Technically true, could skip the things she doesn't need, but in these settings, it is very likely to need everything. Very likely going to have no suits when you're doing lower Norfair. So you want to plan for having as much of energy and supers for that as you can. So until you've done lower Norfair, you're going to be picking up everything you stumble into. And you're going to be checking every location just to maximize the number of V-tanks and supers you have.
Yeah, usually if these settings show any mercy, it's after you've already done something that has caused you to wonder and truly question your life decisions about joining this tournament. Question in chat, who's leading? Currently, Exact is in the lead by having power bombs, but we are still somewhat early in the seed, if you can believe that. So stay tuned.
Yeah, the lead isn't really settled until the second hour.
Normally I say whoever kills Ridley first is in the lead, but that's just it. Kills Ridley, gets out of lower Norfair, is done with lower Norfair, is what I'm trying to say.
Ridley has to stay dead for that to count as a lead.
You know, Kai, I don't think we're ever going to get away from the that seed, but Honestly, that seed, we knew the lead. It wasn't at the 5-hour mark. It was at about an hour and 20 minutes when one of the runners forfeit. That kind of gave the other runner the lead.
Yeah, one of the keys in this is don't forfeit, because things could go very badly for your opponent. And if you just keep going, you can catch back up.
Not sure why Exact is doing this short charge to save the power bomb. Having
Pride.
14 of them.
Pride.
That's fair. WS, wreck ship, I think would be that abbreviation in Super Metroid. All right, I anticipate Exact's next stop is Billy Mays. Will we get 2, 1, or 0 items up here?
So for those who are just joining us, Zach got these power bombs by downloading the DLC, which has a special green boss that you normally never see.
That's right. That boss is colloquially known as the salad boss, but I think canonically we call that boss Sporespawn. Ooh, that is a good question. I'm anticipating that a primer for different randomizers and games wouldn't necessarily be SpeedGaming doing it, but rather the individual communities, possibly on their wikis. But I can definitely understand where a primer or just, hey, if you go look here, we're going to have all of our normal abbreviations that you might hear during a run. That way, you could not have to necessarily ask every single one, but I promise you, no commentator is going to be upset at you asking, hey, what does X, Y, or Z mean?
I know that there's a map floating around that actually has every room in Super Metroid with the community name on it. If you ask around on the Discord, you can usually find a link to that map. I've got a copy of the map saved to my disk, so... Oh, Exact will get to pick up this super pack at Old Mother Brain that Bokyubi picked up a long time ago, because Bokyubi stuck with the short charge to get this longer than Exact did. But Exact will also get the Climb Supers item. Checking it before committing to the spark.
With only $2.99? Makes sense, because they're going to have a little bit of trouble after this spark because of the spikes. And its power bombs might be worth it. Might not, though. We have 15. Probably want some, though, for potential Crystal Flash.
25 to 30.
Oh, this is a super tight short charge.
Especially with that thing hopping right behind you.
Yeah, you've got to be careful going back across this, because if you fall through the bouillons into the acid, it's almost certain death on low energy like this. Question in chat, did Bokyubi see the Crumble PBs? No.
Zach had enough of that bouillon stuff and decided it was time for that thing to die.
4 supers do the trick, I believe. I think they have like 1,000 HP or something like that.
Ooh, having no high jump here making this extra hard. At this point, you have to leave.
Oh. Question in chat, what mode is this? I'm just kidding. Just bear with me, Sky Reaper. This is the Hardway to Hell tournament. So this is the master settings on the Varia randomizer, which I just learned a few minutes ago from Kaizenton, which means if you can think of a trick in this game, it is probably in logic. And oh, that was actually all the progress for Exact lost there.
Oof. Well, she knows where to go. She can get back there pretty quick. She knows that there's 2 tanks and Brinstar Reserve. She knows that Sporespawn has the power bombs. Don't remember exactly where all the supers were. There's one of them. So we'll need to do a little bit of extra clearing to make sure she gets all of her supers back.
Yeah, this is a case where you start trying to go faster because you just lost a bunch of time, and you might take another death, which could cost you more time.
Yeah, that can actually cause the better player to lose the race because they start getting rattled and tilted and start messing up more and more. You just gotta decide, okay, set that aside, get
I was
back
gonna
in the
say,
loop.
yeah, tilt is a real thing in these races, and in this particular mode in particular, you kind of have to force yourself to not get tilted, because not almost all of the tricks in this randomizer's mode are going to be exceptionally difficult. Like the trick of remembering to go kill Sporespawn for a potential item. Nearly impossible to do, unless you're commenting.
Yeah, I think she'll remember those power bombs because that's a pretty memorable thing to have happen.
Oh no, at this point, absolutely. I mean, before that. Another question in chat. Wait, isn't there usually an item there? Does that mean items are removed? Yes. So we do not have the screw attack item. We do not have the plasma item. So one energy. That's all you need. Anybody tells you otherwise, they're lying to you.
Go use
But you
the
do got to watch
bedroom,
out for the
worry about the
waivers now,
waivers
because
afterwards.
as I was saying, and then of course I can't speak because speaking is difficult. We also have only 65 ammo items. And of course, Kaizenton will correct me if I'm saying wrong numbers.
65% of the ammo. So your final ammo, if you pick up everything, will be 90 missiles, 60 supers, and 60 power bombs.
Oh, this is going to be disappointing. There's no item down here.
So that's actually 42 pieces of ammo.
I see.
How Exact is trying the temp blue to get to backdoor into Sporespawn. This time she knows that there's a power bomb back there, so she knows she doesn't have to do the speedball out.
All right, we got a big health, so now the waiver won't instantly kill us. It'll take 3 hits instead of 1.
One of the ways that I've seen people extend their temp blue is by bouncing after they morph, so I think Exact is trying to get a bounce after the morph into the tunnel.
I just want to see Exact pull this off because that would be elite. Question in chat, what is Exact doing? Exact is trying to hold Temp Blue into this hole to break the bomb blocks. Like
and
that.
Got it.
So it turns out that Exact is just a one salad a day girl. And yes, that was a Sporespawn joke. You're all welcome.
All those theories before about whether you need Spring Ball or you need a Yahtzee. Well, turns out you don't need Spring Ball, you don't need a Yahtzee. You can actually do it with Temp Blue.
Well, that's why we watch this game, Kaizen, is so we can learn things that we don't know. It's difficult to know everything. This game has such a high skill cap. Like, there's just so many things. And that's ignoring all the insanity that you can see a task do.
I believe there's at least one Powerbomb. Yeah, there are 2 Powerbomb packs at Icon, so I hope Exact goes back for those. Was it a Super at Waterway? I feel like there was something there.
There was. I think it was a super. I think back here is a super.
So yeah, you want those. You don't want to leave those behind.
Dias, I see you've seen the task with the Metroid bridge. That was an awesome task. I highly recommend that to everyone in chat, by the way, after this match. Go look for that. It's great fun.
Like, Bokyubi has enough energy to reach the speed bugs and farm them. So, he can stop farming this waiver whenever he feels comfortable. So this right side wall jump, there's 2 pixels where it works, and it has to be on the last frame that you can wall jump. So it's actually a lot more difficult than it appears.
I like this one in chat. I got quote-unquote personally acceptable in Super Metroid, not competitive. And you know what? That is fine. This game is difficult. And it was sad because Bokyubi got that first time up on the right side, and then King Kak up here said, "No way, sir."
Well,
And
that's
just
why we
knocked him
killed
back
King
down.
Kak. There's
That's
actually
right.
a special objective that you can choose for killing King Kak. You can set the randomizer to not open Torian until you've killed that Kak.
I don't think you have to time these shots. I think you can just kneel here and just shoot, and this should work for the bugs, correct? Or will it kill them below so you can't get the drops?
You're fine to just kneel and hold shoot. You can only kill them below if you have Wave Beam.
Ah, yeah, wave. That's it. I do remember somebody doing that and taking a death, but they had wave beam. That makes sense.
Yeah. It's the Wave Beam that makes that dangerous.
And we've got Audra in chat. I have competitive, but not personally acceptable, and that is how you become insanely good. Audra is really good at this game. Really, really good at this game. We do see the spring ball down at the speed booster location.
That's a good find. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be tracking attitude displays.
That's okay. That's only the third major item found. We're okay.
In my defense, it's been over an hour with no items found, so...
Oh, way more than that. It's been like an hour and... about an hour and 15 minutes. It was Morph and Speed right next to each other, and then nothing. Now the question is, are we going to do early X-ray? Oh, boy.
I hope the exact saves before early X-ray.
I hope so, too. It is well worth taking the save.
Go to crate before X-ray. You can save in crates there if you want.
That is also an idea, because that could get you more of the Suitless Meridia starter kit.
Like, you could go to Crate, you can go to Fantoon, you can do all of Wrecked Ship. You can do all of Upper Norfair. Like, at least go do all of Wrecked Ship before you commit to X-ray on 2 tanks. Please tell me exact save somewhere after doing the power bombs.
I wasn't paying attention, but this is one heck of a baller move right here. I'm sure we'll find out if there's a save, because if this item is nothing... Oh my goodness, that's a Varia suit.
That's a valuable find.
If we get to keep it.
Well, Bokyubi's going back for that. There's no way that he's going to leave Upper Norfair without taking that home.
No, absolutely not. But there it is. We got our prediction result, chat. It is Varia, which means there is a very high possibility no gravity suit in this seed. And by high possibility, I mean almost 100%.
I'd say 100%.
Oh, it's the 1 HP save. We didn't save. What? I'm so confused. What is even going on here?
There are some choices about when to save by these players.
So, if I've learned anything from watching this tournament, and it hasn't been like a ton, it would be save and save often. I believe that there's logic in place and rolling saves, so it will never let you, unless you actually unlock the logic, the save, you will never lock yourself into a soft lock where you have to completely reset the game. And please correct me if I'm wrong on that.
Yeah, that's pretty much right. So, I've forgotten how this rolling save logic works, because I just play as if it isn't there.
See,
it's
now
much
that's
easier to pretend rolling saves don't exist than to learn how they work.
And Audra is telling me it is 100% sure there will be no gravity suit, so there you go. Huh? And honestly, if Audra says it, I believe it. And look, more powerbomb locked power bombs. Is that a surprise to anybody?
Nope.
So that does mean we know where 25 power bombs are. However, we also know that the Varia suit exists in this seed, which is a thing.
Yeah, the Varia suit is in Upper Norfair, not lower, so... Like easy mode. So, we're gonna have to do bootless lava dive, and we might have to do the worst room of the game. Well, wait, no, you've got Spring Ball at the Speed Booster item, so we should probably unmark that until he picks it up again.
Yeah, that's the other hard part about tracking this tournament is players pick up things and then die, and then pick them up again and die, and after about the third or fourth time, it gets confusing. And by third or fourth time, I mean first time.
Exakt was not feeling good about that beta PDs. Let's hope there's a recent save. It's not Red Tower, so it must have been good.
This looks like it might have been post X-ray, maybe?
Yep.
And Beta Power Bombs has nothing. Imagine shutting off my computer mid-race. That would either be one of two things. That would either be a huge flex on my opponent, or B, a rage quit. Also, laptops overheating during races is terrible, and I hope that happens to no one ever, now or in the future. Question in chat from the Golden Hay. Yo, I don't know much about this game. What is Bokyubi trying to do here? Right now, Bokyubi is farming up health. The previous save that Bokyubi had, there was exactly 1 HP, so farming up health to be able to go farm up more health in a bit.
Yeah, and Bokyubi knows that there's a Varia suit in the room up above, the Norfair reserve room. So he just needs to farm up enough energy to be able to get back and pick up that Varia suit. And hopefully save after farming the energy before trying the dangerous thing.
Uh-oh. We're at a black screen on the left side. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, at least it's not a blue screen this time.
Well, unfortunately, we don't have a timer to know if this is everything good or a stream crash, and we're just seeing the very last frame with the mouse cursor. Oh no, so what could have happened is this could just be a Windows thing where Windows said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do these updates right now. We don't care what you're doing. What you want to do doesn't matter. Your computer belongs to us.
Bokyubi actually saying in the Discord that his power just went out, and hopefully the power turns back on shortly.
Oh no.
I hope EXAKTScience does not take this as an opportunity to spend the next 7 hours playing this seed and finishes much sooner.
Please don't curse us with 7 hours of commentary. Let me rephrase that. Please don't curse us with another 6 hours of commentary. I do, however, see Exact going over to wreck ship.
Sorry,
Rocco,
that save
Jax.
station is not turned on. This is not boss shuffle, and it's not area rando,
So no need for that power or that save station with vanilla bosses. What was I going to say? Oh, there's X-ray. That's fun.
Sweet.
El Rocco in chat saying JXB could use another 8-hour marathon seed. No, I could not.
No thanks.
That's signing a lot of people up for a long, long night.
Yeah, I'm surprised they let us go for 7.5 hours last time that happened.
It was only because there was nothing after us.
Yeah. Lunatic Moth saying that
No.
if I need a break from tracking at hour 5, then Lunatic Moth can take over. That only happens if there's items to track. If there's no items that the players are picking up, not a problem. Speaking of
Just
items,
got here.
I'm
Why has
carrying
this
this
seed
fucking game
taken 90
item.
minutes so far? This is the Hardway to Hell tournament, so 90 minutes isn't really a surprise. I think the average time for these seeds is somewhere around 2 hours and 30 minutes. And usually we start getting concerned at the 4-hour mark.
Should be a good fun team. I know Zach's been practicing PRKD, so looks like a 3-round for us.
Nice 3-round and a couple of fasts at the end. That's always good. Hey, we're getting better, maybe. We hope Bokyubi is back. We did get a report from Bokyubi in the Discord that they had lost power.
The best thing to find here in Wreckship would be high jump boots. Then you wouldn't need to find your high jump boots in Lower Norfair, but with Varia so easily found in Upper Norfair, I'm expecting high jump in Lower Norfair.
Yeah, I'd say probably the best thing that we're going to find in here, maybe Charge Beam.
Or supers. Supers are pretty good to find too.
More supers, more better.
Brave going into Spiky Room of Death without a save.
I'd recommend a save. Spiky Room of Death is spiky, and it's a Room of Death. So this room is very, very scary, and the name Spiky Room of Death absolutely applies. If you are patient with that room, it's not too terrible. But you have to be patient, and usually being patient means not going fast, which is, I think, against most of these runners' personal creeds.
Well, you kind of have to be both in this tournament. You have to both be able to go fast and be patient. Because if you don't go patient, you go dead. And going dead is definitely not fast.
No. I have it on very good authority that dying is always slower than living. Almost. Dead things do tend to not move very fast. The exception is if you've just saved and you do a relatively simple thing, but the way you do it gives you very low energy and you're stuck in like a terrible, I have to spend a ton of time farming situation. It's sometimes better to just reset that and do it again. Nice attic spark out of Exact. But going left did not check assembly line? Confusion? Probably muscle memory there. All right, and because we didn't go to the right and open the door to the assembly line room, we do have to kill all the enemies in the attic again to turn the gray door flashy so we can open it.
I'm gonna blame KPDR muscle memory for that.
Oh no, that was definitely muscle memory.
That's what happens when you don't play enough randomizer.
Or when you're an hour and 34 minutes into a randomizer seed, and then you get punished like that where there's just no item over here anyway. All right.
But as long as these seeds are, you need to be at the top of your game after an hour 30 minutes. If you
well, the seeds don't usually start until an hour
20,
and 30 minutes.
Exactly, so if you're clocking out at an hour 20, there's still half the seed left. You need to be really at the top of your game at that point, not at the bottom. I think Exact only has 1 or 2 chances at this spark. It's just a missile, so...
Did see the item, so that's a good thing. And while would have a couple of chances at it, we do have to keep... Well, can farm here and in the next room, or 2 rooms over to get the energy for bowling.
Yeah. I kind of don't want to go into bowling with less than 200 energy. Unless Exact peeked the reserve item and already knows it's nothing. Did she peek it?
I did not see her peek it.
It's not going to pick it up with this little energy. Because bowling is going to take 2 hits, that's 120. And that's...
Yeah, looks like we're going to do some farming and get a little closer to full. Could also potentially have a crystal flash in the can.
You'd have to farm up a lot of power bombs to make that feasible. And this is a very, very slow power bomb farm. Because you need the 3 power bombs to go get the reserve item.
So you'd want to be at least you'd have to be full on power bombs then, just about.
Yeah.
I think you can get away with it with 14, but doesn't look like we're going to be at 14.
So it's better to just have 2 full tanks and jump across bowling normally.
Makes sense.
And since you have speed, no high jump, that's ideal for getting across bowling with only 2 hits. Question chat, so is there semifinals or something? This is actually the first week of a 18-person tournament. Or was it 17? It was 17-person. So, we are just getting started here. This is going to be... Semifinals are going to be a long ways away. And this is actually the loser's bracket. Bokyubi lost to Yondolash a few days ago. And EXAKTScience lost to OK Beamer. Bokyubi has suffered a power outage, so we'll probably not be finishing this race. Oh, there's nothing up here at the wreck ship reserve. So we got some ammo out of wreck ship, but we didn't get any items, and we didn't get any tanks.
All right, so with the spring ball, I guess that means our next stop is Lore Norfair.
Well, EXAKTScience needs
Unless
to go
there's
to Upper Norfair to get that stuff first. So.
Well, of course, unless there's something else in Upper Norfair that I don't know about. I don't think we saw the wave beam location.
Yeah, we did not see the wave beam location. So EXAKT will probably go to Kraid next, and then go to Upper Norfair. And eventually, we'll find that Varia suit.
I've got chat saying I'm probable win the tournament. I don't think so. So one of the requirements to win a tournament is to enter the tournament. And I'm not part of this tournament other than doing comms and tracking and helping out in the other side of it for people.
I don't know. Drexus might feel that doing comms and not competing is the way to win the tournament.
I will refer you back to our 8-hour seed the other day and say, I don't know about that.
But imagine if you were playing it.
Oh, no. That's what dot forfeit is for. I do like our chat, though. Chat never change. You're being awesome. And short charge, that is correct. We did have a question in chat about how to do a short charge. It's actually hitting the dash button on a certain frame of Samus's run animation. And if you do that repeatedly, you can charge a shine spark in much less distance. Kaizetin can probably explain it better than me.
So your horizontal speed always accelerates when you're holding the dash button, but it only increases the dash counter for the shine spark on specific frames. So if you hit only that one specific frame, you get the shortest possible. And if you hit a little bit wider around that, like you're holding a few frames beforehand and a few frames after, you're running faster, so you cover more distance. So you want to minimize the unimportant frames that you're pressing the dash button.
All right, EXAKT's about to see the nothing item that is at the front of Gauntlet. Hopefully we'll continue through to the
go to the back. So.
Yeah, hopefully continues through to the back so we can see if there's anything back here. Huh. Honestly, that is correct. I think the quote for you, let's see, Draxide, Darzide. I will eventually say the name correctly, or you can just tell me how to say your username. I believe the quote is from War Games, and it's goes like this: "A strange game. The only winning move is not to play."
So I think after taking that death, after seeing nothing, if you want to know the back, you might consider just peeking at the back from the back, and not going through the full way again. If it's actually important, you can go through the full way, but Peeking at the back with power bombs is not going to be too slow.
Probably be faster than going through again, especially if there's nothing back here.
Yeah, there's a fair
At the-
chance of nothing.
Yeah, at the very least, you can reset back to your ship save to get back here faster. Ah, dark side. Okay, I can do dark side. That's an easy one. Don't mind me. I mispronounce usernames and actual names and everything else a lot.
Yapping Ma is trying to grab some food, and Yapping Ma got some green food.
That's right. Remember, you can feed the Yapping Ma's a super to get rid of them. There is a question in chat. What happened to Bokyubi? Bokyubi is currently in a power outage, waiting for Wi-Fi to come back. Possibly playing offline with a local recording, but we can't be sure. And we get some missiles. Oh boy.
None item with left missile.
Question in chat. These seem like torture. UB forfeit? No, UB had a power outage, so no forfeit as of yet. We might see messages in the Discord that say otherwise, but so far no forfeit. If the power does not come back on and exact forfeits, there will be a rematch, I think. Kaizenton, is that correct?
Yeah, in the rare case of a double forfeit, it would be a rematch. I don't foresee that happening. Like, Exact knows where to get another tank and another reserve tank, and we'll be able to get up to Bubble Mountain, so with those power bombs, and we'll have 2 crystal flashes on tap for doing the Bubble Mountain items.
Yes, none with left missile. That is actually a dish at the Zeba's restaurant.
Exact revisiting the scene of her death. This time with a different strategy. That was not fast enough.
Uh-oh. Drop a few power bombs, just kill them.
Takes 3 power bombs to kill them.
It'll be 4. Didn't get a double hit on the first one, I think.
You can super it. Okay, got it. This could be exciting if Exact isn't at the right energy at the top. Like, if she's at 59 energy at the top, or 60 energy at the top, that's bad. If she's at 50 or below, that's good because she can Crystal Flash at the top.
Can you short charge up there before the spikes and do a little charge to bring yourself below 50?
Nope. $61.
That's that's the best bad it can be, except no, that's bad. Oh, okay.
Yeah, see, that's why it's good to be over 60. So it's possible to get across the spikes with only 1 spike hit, but it's safe to do that Crystal Flash. If you do the D-boost, then you automatically take a second hit. The way to get across with only 1 hit is to just run on the spikes after you take the hit.
So the fun thing here is that that's our second 1 HP hype of the race. And question in chat: why not freeze them? You have to have Ice Beam to freeze them.
Yeah. One crucial thing missing there. We don't yet know where Ice Beam is, but considering that we have found Spring Ball, if nowhere well, we as the viewers, we know that Spring Ball is at the Speed Boost location. We know that Varia Suit is at Norfair Reserve. So likely High Jump in Lower Norfair, and likely Ice Beam behind Bot Boon, where it might be helpful.
What? This randomizer put items where they're not helpful? Say it's not so.
Well, as far as the randomizer is concerned, once you have Spring Ball, High Jump, and Crystal Flash ammo, that gets you all the way to Bot Boon and the item behind him, so why do you need anything else?
Well, exactly. I know that. Ah. Hey, Genospaka, thank you. Let's take a moment and go follow our runners. Bokyubi, who's currently in the middle of a power outage, and EXAKTScience. Follows are free for you to give and show our runners support. And really, the runners who are putting themselves through this deserve your support. X-Ray Climb, need X-Ray? We have X-Ray. X-Ray is on the HUD.
Totally could have X-Ray climbed Climb Supers, just, it takes about 7 to 10 minutes. It's like going back to those power bombs at the Edekun's items.
And possibly down for the E-tanks at Croc. But not Croc here, obviously.
Definitely going to get the E-tanks at Croc. Like, if you know there's an E-tank somewhere, you don't skip them.
Oh, you shouldn't. The X-ray pickup, just for chat's knowledge, was at Spooky Missiles in Wreck Ship.
So when Exact gets to Upper Norfair, we'll actually have a very easy time of it with 2 to 3 crystal flashes on tap, so should have no trouble getting to that Norfair reserve item after picking up the tanks at Croc. Would even decide to go for the Norfair reserve and speed items before even checking Croc. But I think even after getting Varia Suit, you would still want to have at least 4, if not 5 tanks for doing the bootless lava dive. I realize the GT Classic professionals would do the bootless lava dive on 2 tanks.
Isn't it possible to do that bootless dive on a single tank if you are sufficiently insane?
Yeah. And since the suit settings in the randomizer cut the lava damage to 1/4, it's more possible in the randomizer than it is in vanilla.
And that does make sense.
So used to using a bomb to break the power bomb block, to break the bomb block. So.
Question in chat: did Exact not check Billy Mays? Exact did check Billy Mays, Cassandra Celestaria. What we found there was just a single missile pack and then a nothing.
And I think that check was before Exact took the death. So, knowing that it was a single missile pack, decided not to go back for it. So will actually be our first look into crates there. So almost 2 hours into the seed, and we're seeing the inside of crates there for the first time. We're putting this X-ray to good use.
Wow, surprise, there was nothing there. Exact took a death, but has been doing different things. Knows the information, so unless this becomes an ammo hunt, I don't think we'll see Exact going back for any of the missiles that have been skipped.
And I think Adraxis is correct that Exact was actually not quite far enough right to actually see the item. You have to have it fully on screen.
Ruh-roh.
Fortunately, we know that it's not Varia's suit there, and that's all we really care about. Unless, by some miracle, it's one of the other majors. We could also check her mini-map the next time she goes by. I'm not sure that the mini-map would reveal it since it wasn't, since the block wasn't destroyed. So keep your eye on that mini-map.
And that's also really mean that it has to be fully on screen to X-ray. But I guess it doesn't spawn until it's fully on screen.
Just a weird quirk that we've noticed. And it's not a quirk you're likely to notice because most people don't use X-ray. So. The item dot is still there. So hopefully Exact goes and decides to take a closer look, but no.
Ruh-roh. Because the worst case scenario is that item dot happens to be your ice beam or your high jump boots. Don't know why it would be. That doesn't sound like slow progression, but who knows?
Yeah, I think... Yeah. I think the worst case, since if those two are unlikely to be useful, like Ice Beam is probably not your progression. Like it doesn't get you to Batoon because you already have the Suitless Crystal Flash clip to get there, but it might be your path across Coliseum.
Exact. Pausing on the elevator, questioning life choices, and rightfully so. Yeah, other things it could be any of the other beams, charge, wave, spazer, possibly space jump.
Yeah, charge would be a bad thing to miss there, but only mildly so. Well, charge would be bad because we're likely to pick up less missiles because we'll get Varia and feel more like go mode.
Yeah, I think outside of charge, the worst thing that could be there would be a super missile pack.
Yeah.
Especially if charge is somewhere that we just never check.
I believe there was a nothing at high jump item. Hard to remember.
It's been a hot minute since we've been here. Now there's something here.
No, there's a missile pack. Okay.
Yeah, when there's nothing here, the egg spawns and immediately despawns, doesn't it?
Yep. Well, those are actually shot blocks near the door in this randomizer. And they're bomb blocks in vanilla, but the randomizer changed them to shot blocks for soft lock prevention. So it's possible to just roll over to them, unmorph and shoot up to shoot the shop block out to get out that way.
Yeah, I think the entrance and exit from Spazer also has that changed, as well as underneath the bridge to Green Brinstar, there's a shop block instead of a bomb block. We saw Bokyubi not recognize that and reset, thinking a soft lock had occurred.
Yep. So Exact is using the best powerbomb farm in Upper Norfair. And looks like has decided not to pick up the tank and reserve that are at Croc, which is fine. With all these crystal flashes, this is pretty good resources for doing all the Bubble Mountain checks.
Yeah, gonna take a save in case any of them happen to be nothing. We'll reset to the save. But as soon as we find something, which speed booster location and reserve location are both something, we're gonna want to resave.
Yes, you don't want to lose the important thing that you just found. The nice thing about the spring ball is it actually gives you an easier way to get over to the reserve location, because you can do a spring ball jump from the wall jump. Of course, Exact also has the X-ray climb way of getting to the reserve floor, because you can do an X-ray climb from the save room to reach the Norfair reserve room.
Yeah, you'll get into the doorway and it'll trigger the door, correct? Or do you have to recognize you're in the doorway and move left a little bit?
You just climb up until you're aligned with the door again, and then you super the door open. Then you can step forward and trigger the door transition.
Nice. And I often will ask these questions because either A, I don't know, or B, I'm guessing somebody either in chat or on YouTube won't know. So we're just kind of giving the knowledge out. That's right, that missile deserved to be supered. And there's that spring ball pickup.
That is my most hated missile in this game. There have been so many times when I need to pick up that item, and it takes me 2 or 3 or 4 jumps to pick up that one missile because it's in that little one-tile gap.
Yeah, and then it becomes just almost insta-death, depending on your energy. Or just insta-major inconvenience and you're grumbly at it.
That was a good
we're just
deboost.
going. It was a good deboost off the waiver, and just going in here, no saves, so... Alrighty, we got plenty of crystal flashes, so should be okay. Maybe thinking twice.
Okay. Better safe than dead. And we've had enough of dead already, so...
I concur. But that is kind of what these seeds do. They kill the runners a lot.
So it looks like Exact is going for that energy tank at Croc, which is a fine decision to make. Like, doing the Norfair Reserve on 2 tanks and 2 crystal flashes is kind of tight business. You've got these little one-tile platforms to jump on. And you have to be on one of those, and then you have to worry about the seahorses spitting at you and knocking you out of position for the crystal flash. It's a fine decision to come down here and decide to pick up 2 tanks that you know you can get for free.
Yeah, plus
the risky thing that might kill you.
Yeah, you're also gonna want these tanks anyway for Lore Norfair, because to your mind, you still haven't seen Varia suit.
And even after you get Varia suit, you're still going to want these tanks, because you're looking at the Bootless Lava Dive, and every extra tank is a little bit more time that you can spend on that Bootless Dive.
This is true. And so Croc takes yet another acid bath.
So Exact knew from last time that this was an energy tank over here, so knew that it was safe to just jump over.
Celebrating the poor booger monster's death. You gotta be careful.
Spike suit, but no spike suit today.
Yeah, those spikes are still doing 60 if I was paying attention.
Yeah, they do 60, so you don't actually want to spend your energy that way.
I mean, there is a farm right here in this room, but still. Almost got the Ripper deboost again.
You know, it's odd to see people going for these deboosts when they have speed booster to just spark over. You know, it's very easy to just do a simple short charge and spark in Croc's room, and then jump over to the door and spark across. But hey, the hardways look kind of cool, so may as well go for the swag.
When people say, why do you do it this way when it's so much harder? The correct answer is always swag. Yeah, this is hard way to hell, not easy way to hell. Come on.
Oh, so we're doing the short charge again when we have power bombs. Okay.
Also, we've got 4 crystal flashes. And of course, chat's going to talk about food. Chat knows I haven't had dinner yet. That's not nice.
Yeah, I made sure that I ate after the previous race. I was prepared for this one.
All right, there's that reserve tank. Now, the question is, there are 2 things we could do now. We could go get the reserve at Croc Escape. That will require a short charge and be difficult. We could go to Crumble Shaft and get those power bombs. That would probably be better done through the ice, going back through Upper Norfair to ice.
Yeah, I don't think we'll be seeing the Croc Escape reserve. I think the other short charges that Exact has been doing have not been quite short enough to lean towards the Croc Escape short charge. So I think we'll just see that Norfair reserve checks now.
Yeah, we got a couple of things in chat. Exact isn't really skipping out on Varia suit. Exact is getting energy to be able to do the other Upper Norfair hell runs, not expecting to find Varia suit, hasn't seen it. And then we already know what's at grapple question mark from Tristan, Tristal, excuse me. And that is correct. The grapple item was nothing. This was actually Exact's second trip down into the Croc area. Lost all the progress from a death.
Yeah, Exact was down here at Croc over an hour ago. Was repeatedly trying to do the reverse Croc speedway, where you charge a spark in Croc's room, you jump up through the door, and you spark to the left through the speed blocks, and then you run up the slope through the Crumble Shaft, and the Crumble Shaft actually has power bombs in it. And so Exact spent a long time trying to get those power bombs as the first power bomb pack, and was eventually forced to give up and reset, and was then able to go back to Sporespawn, And fight Sporespawn, the green DLC monster, and get the first powerbomb pack.
Looks like we're possibly doing wave first. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe gonna reset the waiver.
Yeah, this looks like the waiver deboost.
Oh, missed it. Question in chat. Forced spore spawn? Well, yes and no. The power bombs in Crumble Shaft were logical and accessible, but very, very difficult to get.
Now we're seeing that spring ball wall jump. So like to do this, you hit pause and then you wall jump and you morph with the single down press after the wall jump. You want to be fully morphed when the pause screen comes up. And then you enable the spring ball and you need to jump before Samus stops rising. So as long as Samus is still going up, you can do that jump.
Yeah, if you want, please check the VOD. Exact did a really awesome thing to pick up the Sporespawn item, doing some blue suit shenanigans to actually get them. But only did that because there was the knowledge of power bombs at the back behind Sporespawn, because without that knowledge, the blue shenanigans would have been a probable soft lock.
What a thing to see when you're doing a crystal flash is you look over at the item that gets revealed and it's Varia suit over there.
Well, it's not as bad as not noticing that. Hey, Z-Man, welcome back in. Yeah, there's also been a power failure for Bokyubi. We're not sure if he'll be back or not. And some missiles at Wave Beam.
So we'll see what Exact decides to do from here. I believe he's been fooling around with G-mode stuff, so there's a chance she'll decide to G-mode into the back of Lower Norfair.
That would be sweet to see.
All depends on whether she prefers the G-mode over the bootless lava dive. She could do either one she wants. 65-55. Yeah, that's just barely enough ammo to kill Mother Brain. Oh, we're going to check the cathedral item first. Alright.
Yep.
That was the missile pack.
Yep. Yeah, not picking that up. Not a surprise, really. There are other missile packs that we've skipped and that will likely be in the way between now and the end of the game.
I'd like to see her take a save before committing to this bootless lava dive. Because she hasn't saved after getting the Varia.
I would also like to see that, because you don't really want to get down here and have things go horribly, horribly wrong. We'll have, assuming we farm up enough, well, we've got 3 crystal flashes, or 2 crystal flashes, excuse me. I can math.
Well, I guess she's confident enough in her bootless lava dive that she's not worried, so... May as well believe in her if she believes in herself.
Well, that's the most important thing, is to believe in yourself. And actually, we'll have 3 crystal flashes. I forgot all these guys drop power bombs. Taking a long think here. I like it. Usually a long think, makes you realize, hey, oh, okay, never mind. Here we go.
You need speed booster turned off for the proper entry. If you have speed
Yeah.
booster on, the normalized alignment that you normally practice doesn't work. So
Yeah, she turned speed booster off, didn't she, just now?
yeah, she did during that long think.
Okay, good. Whew. Uh-oh.
Yeah, she's got all day to play around in here.
You know, Kai, that's how you get an 8-hour seed.
Oh God, I hope not. Well, she's got Varia, so there's no way that Lava Dive takes 8 hours. And the rest of Lower Norfair is going to be much easier.
Well, we still have a suitless Lower Norfair. My God, so I'm already confused. It's the hunger getting to me, chat. No, we still have a suitless Meridia to go. Question in chat: 8-hour seed? Yes, there has been at least one seed this tournament that's been 8 hours.
It was 7.5 hours. But yeah, that one went on extra long because there was something logically required to get the Varia suit that the player could not do. So they couldn't get the Varia suit that they were supposed to get. And so it took a lot longer than it was supposed to. So this bootless dive, you have to turn and get hit during the turn animation so that you don't take any knockback, but you get iframes from the flame. And you use those iframes to wall jump off the spikes.
Uh-oh.
Still safe, she could push flash one last time. Though she'd probably just abandon it if she doesn't get it this next try and go refill resources.
Lunatic Moth, what are you saying? Go eat second dinner. It's only like first dinner for me. I am way not East Coast. East Coast USA, that is.
Yeah, time to reset. Could have just climbed
Oh,
down
no.
to the lava.
Should recognize the lack of Varia suit due to the sprite, hopefully.
Yeah, that's not something you forget. I'm just going to assume that she's going to go pick that up again and leave it trapped.
Yeah, we'll probably pick that up and then take a save afterwards. No E-tanks were lost in the taking of that reset.
Yeah, that was only Varia lost there, so... Well... Varia and a couple of missiles from the wave locations.
I did like the, oh god, I'm in the lava, super all the things. But living faster than dying, always.
Well, when you know it's Varia, and you've already landed in the lava, and the supers are the fastest way to make sure those dragons don't get in your way anymore.
Reasonable. Alright, I anticipate a farm up, and then we're going to go again. Walking into H2H streams is something else. Never know just how borked it's going to be when you walk in. Well, you have a decent idea of how borked it's going to be. And how borked it's going to be is all the borked. Like, full-on Swedish chef from the Muppets borked.
This one is not too borked. We had a Sporespawn fight for power bombs. That's pretty easy to actually accomplish if you're not afraid of Sporespawn. And, you know, we've got Varia suit for the bootless lava dive. If I had to choose between Varia suit or 7 more tanks for the bootless lava dive, I'd take the Varia suit every day. So, this is on the easier side of what we could be forced to do. But it's still extremely difficult.
One, two, three, over. Oh, almost saved it. I think the jump off the bottom of the wall is pixel perfect to get up there, though. To get to the second wall. Very difficult.
I don't think it's pixel perfect. It's a bit finicky, but it's not that tight.
It's not that finicky. So I know we've seen a few palette shuffles. Are custom sprites allowed in this tournament?
Custom sprites are allowed. It's just that none of these players are good enough to use them, so they have to rely on using the default Sama sprite. I'm being sarcastic there. These players are
No, I know you're being sarcastic. I was giggling because I was just thinking, I know of at least one player who would use the office chair and pull off all of this stuff. It is nice that the suit drops the lava damage this much. Otherwise, yeah.
Yeah, this Varia suit is cutting the lava damage to 1/4 vanilla in these randomizer settings. So you've got a long time to play around in the lava.
Yeah, you're probably going to have your eyes hurting from the lava a lot sooner than the death.
I believe that you will have to collect that furry suit a third time, so...
No, we took a save after the farm up.
Oh, we did! Good, I wasn't paying attention.
Well, sorta took a save after the farm up. There's still some energy, but eh.
As long as we don't have to go into Norfair Reserve again, it's good.
A somewhat walking farm. I like it. Oh, that setup looked really good. Bop, 1, 2, 3, over. And we are up. Let's go, chat.
We, of course, are going to save after making that lava dive. When it costs you that much time, you take a save afterwards and lock it in. So,
I
somewhere
certainly will
down
not.
here in Lower Norfair, there are 10 locations. One of them is going to have high jump boots.
So you say behind Ridley.
Well, looks like Exact is on team left door. And is going to check GT missile from the front.
And even though we don't have space jump, because Varia tweaks are on, and we have this platform here, we are able to do this.
It's a very convenient platform. That purple Holtz does 80 damage with Varia suit. Exact is taking Crystal Flash of safety. Yeah. And showing
And
us
the
that
Holtz
the
laughs
missiles
at your
do nothing.
missiles. Well, you do want to be womp womp, nothing at the left side. I would jump over and check the right side just to see it.
Yeah, you
Oh,
want to check the right side before you spend all your supers fighting GT. Because there's nothing on the right side, you don't want to be farming your supers back up because it'll take so long.
Well, it's not terrible. You've got the Ripper farm, right? It's more the power... Well, even the power bombs, you got Fire Fleas, so not terrible.
Yeah. You've got
not super great,
so
but...
It's not the end of the world if you spend all your power bombs farming supers back. And actually did the GT fight damage list, so got maximum drops out of it. We see
Didn't
it
see if
blink
there
on
was
the
an
map
item.
tile. We'll look at the map tile. You see the minimap?
Oh.
The minimap showed nothing. So the minimap showed nothing because the block got destroyed by the power bomb.
Yep. I was going to say, don't reset yet. Check over here. Check this item. And if this item is nothing, then I would reset. An E-tank. Probably want to keep that.
Yeah, keep the E-tank. So, like, you can spend like 10 power bombs here, farm supers back, and that's fine. Because you can if you really want those power bombs, you can farm the back next door in the pillar setup room because you've got Varia, and you can just spend all day farming power bombs back, and it doesn't hurt.
Exactly. It doesn't take that long to farm up your power bombs. It's, I think, what, 5, 6 per Firefly reset? I can't remember how many
it's 5
Fireflies are down.
So, if you're not spending supers, you're going to gain 4 power bombs each time. Unless you're afraid of the spikes.
So I believe this is the second best super missile farm in the game, and we're going to call it good at 39, which we only need 30 to kill Ridley, so reasonable?
Yeah. You're going to spend a bunch of them in the worst room, clearing out the pirates, so you can springball wall jump up.
Question in chat, what's the first best super missile farm? And that would be Mini Crate.
Like, Mini Crate is good if you only need, like, between 4 and 8 supers. But if you're collecting 30 supers there, you're spending so long in the door transitions, it's better to use one of the bug farms in Upper Norfair. Or even, if you're collecting like 60 supers, you can run all the way to the ship and back before you get 60 supers from Mini Crate.
And that's reasonable and things I don't consider because I don't time this game.
Well,
we are going to check the Steamboat Willie room.
I've done the Mini Crate farm in a randomizer race, and I went back and watched it later, like, wow, this is actually really taking a long time. Checking this with power bombs is fine. You can do a crumble jump and then do a springboard jump out of the crumble jump to get out. And we'll see how Exact does on this.
Or we can just fall through and go around again.
Yeah, with Varia, it's not... With these resources in Varia, it's not a problem to go around again.
Yeah, if we didn't have Varia, this would have been disaster.
Yeah. Varia turns Lower Norfair into a cakewalk. You can take all the time that you want.
Oh, almost got the charge for fast pillars. Okay, good. We've remembered that Speed Booster was off. And don't worry, Spectralist, I forgot she turned off speed too. Really, if she had managed the short charge without speed, that would have been impressive.
The reason for turning speed off before trying to do that crumble jump out of the mouse room was if you dash for a moment with speed on and no high jump, it shortens your jump height. So she turned off speed to make sure that didn't happen when she would need absolute max jump height.
Not sure I agree with using the missiles on these pirates. Missiles are a little harder to come by in Lower Norfair.
Yeah, you can get them from the fumes, you can get them from the bugs before Ridley. With Varia suit, you're not as concerned with saving every last resource. So. I think using the missiles on the pirates is fine. Alright, got your low % speed amphitheater.
Which I'm sure very few people practice.
Gotta practice it for the randomizers, so.
And an E-tank at Fire Fleece. This is how you can tell there's Varia suit, is because there have been lots of E-tanks here in Lower Norfair.
And sometimes there's lots of E-tanks in Lower Norfair even without Varia suit. I've seen a seed where there were 7 E-tanks in Lower Norfair because they'd run out of places outside of Lower Norfair to put them. Yeah, some choice to check jail before going down to Ridley. You don't really need that E-tank. Didn't quite move fast enough to get ahead of the Key Hunter. Almost gets a back scratch from it.
Alright, but we are down into Wasteland now. We will need to do a little bit of farming before Ridley. Possibly farm the Metal Pirates. Maybe. Maybe not.
The Metal Pirates are actually a good super farm. As far as energy is concerned, and time also, if you don't have grapple, and you're good at the speed farm of the Metal Pirates, the Metal Pirates are the second best super farm down here. The grapple farm is the best, and Metal Pirates are a close second. But it has to be something that you nail every time for it to be that good.
Okay, looks like we are going to speed through Plower House. And bonk. Unfortunate.
Yeah, we've got enough energy and Varia suits, so it's just a minor time lost. Probably going to farm supers up to 35 before hopping into Ridley's room. I want to have some margin to miss.
Yeah, you don't want to go in there thin on ammo. Though, it does have plenty of missiles and power bombs to back up, unless we go like crazy with misses. Interesting using the missiles on the bugs here.
EXAKT does have an RBO time in the, I think, 138 to maybe 140-ish range. So I don't expect too many misses against Ridley. But 35 is a good safety range for jumping into Ridley. Yeah, he's using missiles here because bugs take 2 P-shots to kill. So she's trying to farm them a little bit faster.
Seems reasonable.
And they will, if you have full energy, the bugs will prefer to drop missiles instead of energy. I don't think it decreases the super drop rate, but I'm not sure. Like,
So the trick is just to be in... I was going to say, the trick is just to be in a good rhythm.
Yeah. So I think the missiles only replace the energy drops and don't replace the super drops. Yeah. Missiles are considered a regular drop when people are missiles are considered a rare drop when people are suitless in Lower Norfair, and they're constantly losing energy from the heat damage, so they're getting energy drops instead of missiles here. But with Varia, we're not losing energy, so we get missiles. We get all missiles we could possibly want.
All right, going in with 31.
Yeah, this is fine. Got plenty of other stuff to back it up. The starting power bomb. Okay, so one of the risks of starting with the power bomb is if you try to open with power bombs plus supers, then Ridley can be invulnerable during your first super shot and cause it to miss. But
Yeah, looks like we're just opening with power bombs because well, Ridley's a little easier to hit before turning red because Ridley will be a little faster.
Yeah.
And Ridley's AI runs away from the power bombs, if I remember right.
Yeah, and this conserves supers, so takes a long time though. 45 power bombs is actually enough that if all 45 double hit Ridley, that would kill him. It would also take a very long time. You saw how a super went through Ridley because of the powerbomb effect.
Yeah, I was just about to say that Ridley still had iframes and the super went right through.
So you gotta watch out for that when you're switching from powerbombs to supers. Ridley's almost dead. I was gonna say he was acting dead, but that grab was not the dead grab, so...
Yeah, the slow come down before the grab looked dead, but there's the quick grab. Ridley is done.
And that quick grab is actually tougher than it looks, because I haven't been able to do it successfully. I keep dying when I try, so... There's our high jump boots.
There they are. As we thought all along.
So we are one item from go mode.
I was gonna say mostly because I don't think it was possible for anything else down here. High jump boots had to be here for Suitless Meridia.
Hoda Ruby and 3 Musketeers have not been checked yet. So.
We haven't seen those. That's true. Could be either of those, but...
So, in order to get across Colosseum, we need one of Ice, Space Jump, or Grapple. One of those has to turn up before we get to Colosseum.
And I think the most difficult of those is the Ice Beam, but
yeah,
I guess your mileage may vary.
No, I'd agree with that. The worst case scenario for crossing Colosseum is Ice Beam alone.
This guaranteed you needed to kill Ridley first, which seems to be the meanest option to me. It's mean in so much as you have to kill Ridley anyway, but the mean part is you don't have high jump to be able to manipulate pogos on Ridley. manipulating the Ridley pogo pattern is more difficult without high jump.
Yeah. Once you've learned it, and Exact has done low percent ice before, has I think a 52-ish low percent ice, so should be able to manipulate Ridley pogos without high jump just fine. Oh, we're going to get the clip up here with X-ray stand. Alright.
And now we're going to power bomb out. Was a good attempt, though. Very close.
Well, we also have Spring Ball, so we could have saved Power Bomb by using Spring Ball there. Oh. Exact taking a bit of damage to Crystal Flash before going up to Fire Fleas.
But you gotta have no reserves.
Yeah.
And I just get bopped through the door. Good call. And that observation was from chat. It was Walranium. I can say words sometimes, and usernames much less than sometimes. Oh, had a good manip of that Key Hunter, but then got bopped anyway.
Scanned by his speed booster, shorting the jump.
All right, not grabbing any power bombs, so we are heading up. More than likely, we're going to hit up a ship refill and then go into Meridia or do some farming.
Yeah. Probably going to farm those power bombs back at Frog Speedway. Because we're looking forward to the Suitless Crystal Flash clip to reach Bot Room.
More E. And more E. But not the best E.
Yeah, you don't need more reserves at this point. I'm not going back for the missiles at the two wave locations. At least I believe we saw Exact at 65 missiles before, but they only have 55 now, so...
Yeah, the two missiles at Wave Beam were, they were lost on a reset and not recollected. And it's absolutely fair.
Ammo to kill Mother Brain. So.
Do you have to refill?
Yeah, you're gonna have to destroy the jar and refill, but can finish the game on this ammo.
That's true. We are at, I think this is the bare minimum ammo, actually. I think a single turret snipe would ruin things, maybe.
This is actually enough that could Zeb skip. But if... So, missile out the doors, then refill, then Zeb skip. You'd have 4 missiles leeway.
And I believe Stratlog has it in chat. Take that, Lower Norfair.
And so, missiling the jar and destroying all the Zebs before refilling So that would give it to 10 missile leeway. There is only one more super pack existing somewhere in the world.
And we are going to run across several more locations before the end of the game.
Yeah, but with only one super amongst all those locations, not likely to find that one lone super. Kind of don't like stopping at 29 power bombs before going in. I mean, you may as well go all the way up to 45, unless you're really sure you're not going to need to reset that Super Crystal Flash clip.
That's reasonable. So we're going to spring ball jump up Main Street here. Unless the crab says otherwise. Diaceler asks, spring ball jumps all they have? Correct. That's all we have right now is spring ball, high jump, and a dream.
Yeah. Full cleared criteria, full cleared Brinstar, full cleared Wreck Ship, full cleared Upper Norfair, full cleared Lower Norfair. Everything left is really soggy.
All right, we're up through the easy part. So, Kaizenton, I see in the chat Diaceler saying some people make spring ball jumps look easy. Single spring ball jumps aren't horribly difficult, are they?
No, they're not. You just have to be fully morphed before the pause screen comes up, and then you have to press jump before Sama stops going up. So as long as she's still going up, you can jump and do the spring ball jump. So it's the double spring ball jump where you have to overlay an extra pause with that upward momentum that it gets more difficult. And you don't have to be underwater, you can also do it in the air. So one of the ways to get this Mama Turtle E-Tank item is to do a spring ball jump straight up. Yeah, it's just a powerbomb pack. Almost worth getting for the Suba's Crystal Flash. The safe way to get on Mama Turtle is to do a down grab when she's coming at you. So you want to be slightly above her, and then you hold down and you tap left at the right time to down grab onto her as she passes underneath. For whatever reason, that will get you back on top without taking damage. And as you saw, she deals 100 damage when you have the Varia suit. 200 if you don't have any suit. So.
Yeah, the saying no to an E-Tank and power bombs. At this juncture, really, the power bombs are useful for the Crystal Flash clip, but that's about it. More than enough power bombs to complete the seed.
Yeah, I would have taken the power bombs just to have more leeway for that Crystal Flash clip. But the E-Tank is just something that I'm going to have to empty out in a minute anyway, so E-Tank doesn't actually help.
Yeah, I pick up things just because, ooh, shiny.
Like, this one has to be a double springboard jump. What you want to do is press jump and press pause at almost the same time, and then morph very quickly after you press jump and pause. And then you have to get a second pause in before Samus stops going up, and get that jump in during the pause fade.
Yeah, I see in chat Mass Critic saying, I think I managed to teach myself to do spring ball jumps once, but I don't care for it. I don't enjoy using clear glitches like that anyway, so I never bothered doing it again. That's fair, but in this particular randomizer, if you can't do these glitches, you are not going to complete the seed.
Yeah, this glitch is pretty hard required. You'd have to do another more clear glitch in order to not do this double springboard jump. You'd have to go get a spike suit somewhere, or carry a blue suit to the top of Everest, or something like that. You get G-mode into the top door and then spark across. There's no non-glitch way to get up there. Yes, this is the double springboard jump, so has to get the first one within a fairly tight window, and has to overlap pauses with the upward momentum to get a second pause, to get a second springboard jump in. And also has to move to the left after coming out of the first pause in order to not bonk on the overhang. And it's perfectly fine to go look up the strat on the wiki and see, okay, this is the demonstration video that is on the wiki for how to do this trick. So there's a chance that Exact is looking up demo video right now.
So I have heard the double spring ball described as you do the first spring ball jump, and then it's just mash, 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 mash. Which I'm saying more for chat than for you, Kaizen.
Yeah, I tried to carefully time. So there's the first pause where you jump and pause at the same time, and you turn on spring ball. Then there's the second pause where you pause and then you try to jump late in the pause, but before Samus stops rising. I try to time that second pause. And then there's the third pause where you turn spring ball back on the second time. That's the one that I mash. This one looks like a strong maybe. Oh, no, this was not quite right. I didn't realize she was at the wrong part of the cycle. It's actually better not to crouch here, because if you crouch, you have less time to move left to avoid the bonk. Because when you crouch, your jump starts 8 pixels higher. It's also possible to continue holding down after you crouch, and then you'll be aiming down on the first frame of the jump, and you can get into the morph. You can get into the morph that much faster.
Yeah, I think that the Everest ice climb or Everest springball jump climb is almost required in these seeds. I don't think I've seen a seed where we didn't have one of these be happening.
Yeah, ideal is when you have springball and ice to do this, because then you can freeze a crab, and you only need to do single springball jumps.
Yeah, that makes it a lot easier. That one was close.
And the double springball jump is a trial to learn. If you have grapple, you can just swing across the top of Everest, and you have nothing to worry about. But that would be too easy, so the randomizer doesn't give you grapple. Grapple's probably sitting up there at Watering Hole, or behind Bot Room, or maybe grapple is over there in Precious Room.
Or behind Dragon.
Yeah.
I mean, we are actually running out of locations where awesome things can be, so all of a sudden we're going to have a lot of very good items soon.
There's not a lot of very good items left.
Relatively speaking.
Possible items. Charge has to exist. Ice Beam has to exist. Space Jump and Bombs have to exist. And Grapple have to exist. That's 5 items that have to exist somewhere. Spacer and Wave, maybe, maybe not.
So maybe what we should be looking at is how many items are actually left. About 6?
So you've got the 3
10.
at Beach and Watering Hole. You have 4 in the Sand Pits, so that's 7. We have Shack Tool, that's your 8th. And then you have Behind Bot Room, that's 9. Precious Room, that's 10. You have Dragon and Plasma, you have 12 locations left.
You see, I sometimes comment Zelda 1 randomizer, and in there, the counting to 10 is important for bomb drops. But counting is kind of like math adjacent, so I don't know as a commentator if I can do it properly. We have Orion Gaming in chat saying, happy 3 hours. Happy 3 hours indeed. I dropped some links in chat. If you are enjoying watching poor Exact suffer through a double springball jump, take a moment to go give her a follow. And also go follow Bokyubi. Bokyubi is currently in the middle of a power outage, and we are not sure if he will be back or not.
Yeah. It's unfortunate when a power outage occurs like that.
And also, because it's 3 hours and I haven't said it yet, please give my co-com Kaizentin a follow. Kaizentin is a fountain of knowledge when it comes to Super Metroid, and also is doing the tracking, so double duty there. And what a difficult job double duty can be.
Yeah, I've had to check off a whole 5 items and 3 bosses for Exact.
And then you've had to take items away and put them back. It really is a trial to do.
I don't think I bothered to take any items away because you picked them up again right afterwards.
She is getting very close to this double spring ball jump.
Yeah, it's pretty normal to take like half an hour to do this double spring ball jump. Unless you've done it a lot before. And it's usually one of the last things that people learn before they lose their mind. So spending half an hour here is just perfectly normal. It's 100% expected for most of the people here.
So an observation in chat, it's incredible how often power outages interrupt people in rando races. Well, often the rando races are later in the day, and for the times of year, we have a lot of people that race in these that live in areas that have thunderstorms. So power outages are not uncommon, unfortunately. An observation in chat that's also a question. Last thing before they lose their mind and join the H2H tourney? No, it's usually the last thing that they learn during the H2H tourney when they swear off playing in H2H forever and never want to do it again until next year.
Well, Exact is winning this race, so we'll have to play at least one more seed after this.
But the first thing we have to do is get this double spring ball jump. So this is probably the most difficult double spring ball jump in the game because of the overhang that you have to guide yourself around.
Yeah, the overhang does make it have that extra level of difficulty because you have to hold left out of the first pause. Like, you pause and press jump at the same time, and then you morph really quickly. You turn on spring ball, then you unpause and hold left, and then you try to time your second pause and press jump to get your first spring ball jump. And then you turn off spring ball. Do not hold jump out of the second pause. And you can mash to pause for a third time. You turn on spring ball, and hopefully you're still going up when the pause takes effect. And you turn on spring ball and you wait for the screen to turn black as you unpause, and you hold jump, and hopefully you get another jump to go up.
And we've got Yondo Lash in chat letting us know there is a double spring ball jump to leave suitless spring ball that involves a bomb boost. That does sound more difficult, but you would at least have morph ball bombs, I'd hope.
That's the bootless version, though. And because it's bootless, it's out of logic. And you'd have difficulty getting to spring ball location bootless.
On the positive side, Meridia has the nicest background music of all of Super Metroid. Just chill, relaxing underwater. That was closer. I've noticed one thing that's happening with Exact is she seems to be unmorphing, but that might just be a function of realizing we're not going to get the double spring ball jump.
Yeah, whenever I realized I'm not getting the double spring ball jump, I'll unmorph so that I have that extra hang time to turn around and go back to the ledge.
This one started good. Oh, I think we're a little late. Very, very close on that attempt.
Yeah, that one was really close. That Powwomp or balloon over there would do about 50 damage if you accidentally hit it, so...
Could always go and just shoot it if you want to. One piece shot should cause it to explode.
Yep.
Just gotta dodge the particles. We've got Lunatic Moth in chat mentioning that she used to go into Meridia and get into a safe spot just to fall asleep to this music. And I'm just wondering, how could you not fall asleep to the wondrous tones of Lower Norfair?
Lower Norfair is not sleeping music.
Okay, chat. Let's all focus our energy on helping EXAKT get this double spring ball jump. We've seen her get close, and almost, I think that's just a little bit too late. Yeah. But we are really, really close here. Look what we've done, Kaizenton. We now have Super Metroid The Sleep album.
Well, if this goes on much longer, we're gonna have to go to sleep.
That one's looking close. I think we might have it. Look at
Oh,
that. There we go.
Alright, halfway up Everest. So now we can do
Yay.
a single springboard jump from the ledge, well, from the piece of slope to the ledge up above. It would be a single springboard jump to get up there, and we could do a flatly to reach the door. But EXAKT has opted to do another double springboard jump. This one's straight up, so no overhang to dodge around this time.
Slightly less shenanigans, so this one's starting good. We just got to get the pause while we're still going up. Nope.
Yeah, that one, the jump was too early. That one seems fairly good.
I think so. Uh-oh. It's close. Exact, taking a moment to ponder why she entered this tournament. Close. Come on, mash, 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 mash. This is close. Oh, unfortunate. So yeah, this is easier. It's not from this ledge, it's the other ledge. If you go left a little bit, you can do a single spring ball jump and get underneath, and then you can flatly up.
You see that slope? That one tile diagonal slope to the left? Got up anyway. So you go to the top of that one tile diagonal, you can do a single spring ball jump up to the ledge. It's a pretty tight single spring ball jump, but for some people it's easier to do that plus the flatly.
Ooh, we're gonna do the wall jump climb. That's rough.
Decided not to. Doing the wall jumps up takes forever.
It just hurts my hand to look at. These are just single spring ball jumps here. Well, the rest we can just jump up, and that's a lot easier. We're experts on single spring ball jumps.
Yeah, unless we find space jump, we don't have to do any more double spring ball jumps this seed.
Well, that one's not space jump.
The reason why space jump would cause another double spring ball jump is so the way up the pre-Coliseum room, the halfway climb room, is to double spring ball jump up to the middle door and then use space jump and high jump to get out of the water and reach the Coliseum door. Dragon's room, we could do the RBO style crystal flash to get a spark suit, and then spark out of Dragon's room and X-ray climb up Precious room. So we're not too worried about that.
Surely Watering Hole has something. It does. And that something is power bombs and a reserve tank. Don't reset.
You want the power bombs. Take the power bombs. Power bombs help with your suit with crystal flash clip.
Not a complete surprise that there was no progression up here, or nothing to help.
And the power bombs would help.
You gotta pick them up.
You gotta be confident in your crystal flash clip to be skipping power bombs.
Yeah, I think Exact is pretty good at the crystal flash clip. From what I remember seeing on her stream. Hey, welcome in, Stovetop. Bokyubi had a very unfortunate power outage that has prevented further play.
So for those who missed the first hour of this seed, players could not find power bombs. They found Morph Ball and they found Speed very early, but they couldn't find any power bombs. They didn't find any in the reachable stuff, like Old Mother Brain. It was just Super Pack. The big pink items were just missiles, and there's E-tanks at Brinstar Reserve, and they went down to Upper Norfair and they fought Croc, and there was a tank in Croc
Kaizenton, look what you've done.
There's the space jump that I was talking about. How much do you want to do as another double springboard jump up Everest, which you already spent half an hour on? Though you might need that space jump. That space jump might be your only Coliseum item.
Yeah, I think I would. Yeah. So.
So
what
EXAKT
awful
eventually
decisions.
found power bombs at Crumble Shaft by doing reverse Croc Speedway, but was unable to reach them after several tries and reset out of the upper Norfair stuff, and instead went back to the ship and went and fought a Sporespawn, which had power bombs behind it.
Yes. So, chat, if you are interested in all the goings-on of the early part of this seed, I would recommend checking the VOD. We could call it Adventures in Super Metroid.
Yeah, the summary is that Wreck Ship only had some ammo, no tanks in Wreck Ship. Upper Norfair had Springball and Varia suit. And it was Croc having a reserve and an energy tank that put bootless lava dive in logic. And then high jump boots were behind Ridley. And there was more energy tanks and ammo in lower Norfair.
So we do have another question in chat. Is snail clip in logic? I don't believe so. You'd have to have gravity suit to do it, though.
Yeah, the snail clip to the aqueduct items is not possible without gravity suit. You can use X-ray to stand up on top of the snail and clip through one layer of speed blocks, but then you're soft locked between two layers of speed blocks. There's no way up without gravity suit. It's possible to X-ray climb up there, but that's also not in logic. And so, because there's no in-logic way to get them without gravity suit, the randomizer will place nothing there. So this is a very tight springboard jump to get up here. I feel like it's 1 or 2 frames. Or you can do a difficult break-free maneuver with good wall jumps.
As long as we can see the items, there's a good chance we're just going to reset. But that egg is there, which means there's an item there.
Yeah.
We also have one item that is unaccounted for, and that's the item at Croc Power Bombs. I believe EXAKT did not do the X-ray at the right point.
You mean Crate Missile?
Crate Missile, excuse me. It's Power Bomb blocked. I don't have any clue what's back there. I've been in too many randomizers. I don't watch vanilla enough. I'm sorry, Kaizenton.
I run vanilla in between running randomizers, so I know what's at every location now, so...
And it's a super missile and E-tank over here in the left sand pit. So
hey, that's the last super missile pack. So I think at this point you do your crystal flash clip to Botfroon. And if it's not ice or grapple behind Botfroon, then you have to go back and grab that space jump with the sand pan, do a second double springboard jump up Everest. Probably not too happy about doing a second trip up Everest.
On the positive side, at least we can do the spring ball off of this snail to get up here.
Yeah.
And also, just for Cassandra Celestaria in chat, Oh, we KO'd through. Oops. I actually didn't know that the snail clip required the gravity suit either until Kaizentin corrected me during a previous race. So don't worry, you are in some kind of company there.
Yeah, I found out because I was playing around one day. I was bored. I'm like, hey, I wonder what happens if I try to do this without gravity. Okay, well, I've got X-ray. What happens if I use X-ray? Oh, I'm really stuck now. Okay.
I thought I was stuck before, and now, oh boy. I have actually seen a few times where runners have not paid attention to their energy and sparked up and got caught between the speed blocks. That also is no bueno. So if I remember right, for using the spring ball here, the best way to do it is just to hold jump.
Yeah, so you just press left against the wall and you hold jump with the spring ball. And try not to get bit. So she can spring ball jump back on top of it, not have to reset the room. Now it's angry.
I don't think that'll work now. I mean, you can still do the turnaround climb.
Yeah, you can't use an angry snail as an elevator. And because it turns around after it bites you, so now it's going down instead of up. What she could have done is, after she shot it off the wall, she could have let it bite her. She's got plenty of energy that she needs to get rid of anyway. So having it get angry, bite her, and then have a second chance to ride it up the wall would work fine. Now that's not for her benefit when she watches this back. This is just for Jat's benefit that doesn't know this game as well as she does.
Yeah, I think the holding jump while a spring ball is just like this. And this should work. Just bounce right on up.
And getting bit here is fine because you're doing the crystal flash clip anyway. And you're going to have to damage down on these Metroids. Each Metroid bite will deal 45 damage. The little Puyo thing that's hopping around will do 30. You can decide which one you prefer.
Yeah, you can also de-equip the Varia suit to do 90 damage or 60 from the Puyo, right?
Yep. You want to be careful about the Metroid's drop. Make sure that it's not going to push you back above 50.
Yeah, if you accidentally get like a big health, could be bad. And for Walranium's benefit, it is only that one snail where that works. Otherwise, you'll just get bit by the snail. So yeah, important to note that.
There's a snail on the right side of the room that's going up the right side, but that snail actually moves faster, so it doesn't work on the right side of the room. That snail has bit a few people in Map Rando.
All right, we're taking a moment to get psyched up for this Crystal Flash clip. Don't worry, Exact. We all believe you can do this.
You want to turn off your spring ball. The spring ball will not help. You want to turn off your high jump. The reason why spring ball doesn't help is to activate the Crystal Flash, you must be holding down, left, down the two shoulder buttons, and shoot, and nothing else. So if you try to jump up there with spring ball, you have to also have a frame perfect release of jump. So you're adding an additional frame perfect input.
So what you're saying is you're making it harder. So we should consider that.
That was too low.
I usually see people that use the shot setup shoot to the right into the pipe.
Well, I assume this is the setup that she has practiced.
That would be my assumption as well. It would be surprising otherwise.
So yeah, you have a couple of frames at the top where you can lay the power bomb at the correct height. And then you pretty much have to do a frame-perfect jump to arrive at the top at the frame that checks for the crystal flash inputs. And once you have morphed, you release the jump button and start holding the two angle buttons and down is shot.
And there's a reset. But we do have a save at Aqueduct, so not terrible.
Yeah, this is where those 5 power bombs at Mama Turtle and the 5 power bombs at Watering Hole and the, 17 power bombs that could have been farmed before entering Varia.
At least give you more tries before a reset, absolutely. And question in chat or point about how SM-Z3 can exist because of how SM and Z3 are coded. The reason is because I believe SM and Z3 each use half of a Super Nintendo cartridge's memory, and they happen to use opposite halves, which makes it much easier to do.
Yeah, that's an interesting coincidence.
But I guarantee nobody planned that. It was just a happy little coincidence, as everybody's pointing out in chat. And everybody is Diaceler and Stove. And we appreciate that. You know, because in our world, sometimes the games are just coded so that things can be more awesome later. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger, danger. Oh, Endless Tundra pointing out that the theory is Nintendo may have wanted to do a single cartridge release that had both of them on it. That's possible. I'm not sure.
There were some single cartridge releases of things like the first 3 Super Mario Brothers, so maybe? You had like Mario Brothers plus Duck Hunt on a single cartridge.
My favorite thing about imagining how much different pieces of Nintendo memorabilia was when I was younger. I actually kept all of the boxes from all of my games. So I would actually take the games out. The games went into a separate place, but I had the boxes and the instruction manuals and the original sleeves were all just put together, and I put them in my closet, and I didn't think about it. And I guess after I moved out, my mom had her sister move in and gave her sister my old room. And her sister was like, well, we don't need any of this junk that's in the closet, and threw it all away.
Yep.
So, bye-bye all those original boxes and probably many of the games, which is unfortunate. Uh-oh. Did Exact remember to turn off Spring Ball this time?
As
I
long
wasn't
as you're
paying
not
attention in the
jumping with
menu.
Spring Ball, it's not going to make a big difference. Like, if you're jumping from the standing pose, turning off Spring Ball is not going to matter to you. It's if you're trying to use the Spring Ball to do your jump that using Spring Ball will hurt you.
I see. Close, didn't get the morph. Come on, Exact, you can do it. We all believe.
This is a frame-perfect trick, so...
Yeah, this is very difficult,
20 or 30
and
times is pretty normal.
we're already at reset point. You can't get a Crystal Flash clip with only 10 power bombs because you don't have enough power bombs for your Crystal Flash.
Yeah.
I like how DSLR is sending the same message, and you know what? Uh-oh. Looking in chat, looks like Exact is taking a short break, maybe? But I'm hoping that works, because the last couple of times DSLR did that, we got the trick next try. Yes, chat, if you need a bio break, or you need to refresh your beverage of choice, please take a moment to do so. I guarantee you will not miss the end of the seed if you do so right now. Unless, of course, your bio break is like 45 minutes long, and then I make no guarantees. All right, I see that Exact is prepared to make more attempts.
Yeah, being prepared to make more attempts is the biggest part of these seeds. You have to be prepared to spend as much time as it is going to take.
The worst possible thing that could happen here is we get this Crystal Flash clip, get through Bot Wound, and then the Bot Wound E-Tank item is not something that allows us to get across Coliseum.
Yeah, that'd be pretty terrible. Entirely possible, since we saw that space jump in the sand pits. But pretty terrible.
Honestly, I think, we could just take that right there, and that could just be the new slogan for Hardway to Hell. Entirely possible, pretty terrible. Hey chat, what do you think? Do we got a good slogan?
Yeah, there's the one unknown basket grade. That's unlikely to be anything.
It's unlikely to be Ice Beam or Grapple Beam. I think Ice Beam would be the only thing that helps across Coliseum, though. Oh no, Grapple would work. I forgot Coliseum's full of grapple blocks. I just haven't seen it in so long. I'm sorry, chat. I forget things. I'm old.
Actually, if I had to choose between Space Jump and Grapple for crossing Coliseum, I'd choose Grapple.
Grapple.
Yeah, if I fall down with Grapple, I'm safe. I can get back up, no problems. If I fall down with Space Jump, that's a problem.
It's not a problem, it's a reset. I think what's going on here is Exact is probably watching another video to get timing cues for this trick. If I were able to guess what's happening.
Yeah, and I've seen cases where somebody will open up the practice hack and do it a couple times in the practice hack to say, okay, this is what was wrong with my cue. And then they'll close the practice hack, open up the race ROM again, and actually do it for real.
All right, we're moving. Chat, let's get our energy to Exact. Exact, we all believe you can do this, and we want to see it. Oh God.
So if that Suitless Crystal Flash clip is frame perfect, you have, when you do the first jump to lay the power bomb, you have 1 or 2 frames at the top where you're at the perfect position, and then your jump afterwards to get back into position has to be frame perfect, and you have to morph, you have to hold L and R, and you have to hold down, and you have to hold shoot at the correct frame. And it's pretty common for people to spend 30 or 40 tries on it. Exact is worn out after over 3.5 hours of struggling through the seed. This is the last major obstacle, but has decided to give up for the night and probably go to sleep. Rather frustrating night. Bokyubi suffered a power outage and also decided to forfeit. So, depending on what they decide, we do have a double forfeit. Either they will have to rematch sometime later, or maybe play rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, Metroid.
Yeah. Whoever wins this match will have to face June. Well, whoever wins the rematch will have to face June. And Junie would be very disappointed if he didn't have somebody to race against. So one of them will have to stick around for one more race in this tournament.
Yeah, I don't know what happens if they both just drop out. Does Junie just get a pass for that round?
If they both decide to exit the tournament, then yeah, he'd probably just get a pass. But hopefully one of them decides to stick around and give it one more try in the hard way to hell.
Yeah, I honestly, if my next opponent were Junie, I would be extremely sad because the tricks in Hard Way to Hell are things that Junie is pretty good at.
Junie knows
But
his stuff.
We'll have to
Taught
see
me
what
a lot
happens.
of the stuff that I know, so.
Yep, Junie gonna June all the time. That's absolutely right, Stove.
There's nothing wrong with running into this hard stuff and realizing it's more than you realized you'd signed up for, and maybe not something you're comfortable doing in front of hundreds of people. So
yeah, this tournament is definitely not for the faint of heart, and the tricks required are the hardest of all of the tricks.
So even just signing up and getting this far in takes a lot.
All right, well, chat, I think we're about done for the night. I don't know, Kaizenton, you want to say anything else?
Thanks for having us on Speed Gaming. I hope the double forfeit doesn't discourage future restreams. This one was lucky to get a restream at the last moment. So
Absolutely. We greatly appreciate Speed Gaming for allowing us to restream on their channels. Without a place to restream, you don't get to watch runners pull off amazing tricks and sometimes just hit the wall, which unfortunately this tournament really doesn't just, you don't just hit the wall. The tournament actually, these seeds pick the wall up and hit you with it, which is really rude. So, on behalf of myself, JXB Adam, our tracker, and my co-com, Kaizenton, I would like to say to everybody 2 remaining things. First, if you are not already following these runners, please give these runners a follow. They have put themselves into a position where they are suffering for your amusement, and quite frankly, that's worth a follow.
yeah.
Also, if you could follow my co-com, I'm sure Kaizenton would greatly appreciate that as well. Go ahead, Kaizenton.
I was going to say, EXAKTScience has been working on KPDR and low percent ice and RPO and has respectable times in all of them. So definitely has some tricks to show off.
Yeah, both of these runners are good at Super Metroid. This is a tournament that will showcase all the most difficult tricks you can expect to see just about anywhere.
Yeah, this tournament is the wall. You bang your head against the wall, and hopefully the wall breaks before your head does.
Well, as I said, these seeds like to just pick the wall up and hit you over the head with it, which is just insane. All right, chat. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Unfortunately, double forfeit, one by power outage and then just quitting, another by hitting the wall and then having other things, real life, that are going to need to be done probably tomorrow.
Like sleep.
Yeah, sleep is actually important. I highly recommend everyone get the sleep their body needs. And with that, I will tell everybody out there, thank you for joining us and have a great evening. We will see you next time. Can't even say next mission because we didn't complete the mission. The mission. Good night, everybody.
All right. Yeah, hopefully it'll be rescheduled some later time. But that's entirely up to the racers. See you next time.